Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this here live stream. And so we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers here on the road. They're coming in at 6-5-1, 2-3 on the road. They're going to be traveling down here to the Minnesota Vikings here, and they've been 3-2 at home this season. Both teams find themselves outside the playoff picture looking in. They both came into the season with high expectations, and now is the time to try to save those expectations. Meanwhile, the Vikings have the football first their own 25-yard line. Cousins takes a snap. He throws it, and it is caught by Jefferson near the sideline. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards on the play. So you've got 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings here. So we'll see how the Vikings will be able to do in their passing game here. Obviously, with Dalvin Cook back in the backfield, that's a good sign for them. He's familiar on how to play with that injury. He's got a shoulder brace on. We'll see if that impacts him and how many carries they're going to give him. But yeah, Justin Jefferson, he's going to have a huge game here for the Vikings today with no Adam Thielen out there. But let's see. We've got receiver going in motion here. 2 receivers, tight end, a fullback in the back. In the backfield, quick pass to Jefferson again. And this time he picks up about a good 4 or 5 yards on the completion and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings. So we got 1st and 10 for the Minnesota 38-yard line here. And so they've already picked up a first down here. And let's see how this drive continues to progress. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Minnesota Vikings here from their own 38-yard line. Cousins up under center. Got a tight end, a fullback in the backfield. And the back is Cook, and they hand it to Cook. And Cook showing some explosiveness. And so he picks up a good 20 yards, takes it all the way to the Pittsburgh 42-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Minnesota Vikings. And if you're a Vikings fan and rooting for them, you're definitely loving that sign right there because that's the sign of a running back who's got some hop to him there. And so it's not too many games you've got to see him look like that this season. That's a great sign for Cook out there to be able to get that 20-yard pickup. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Cousins up under center. Here you've got multiple tight ends, fullback in the backfield. They hand it to Cook again, and this time Cook, he's picking up about 4 yards on the play. So we've got 2nd and 6 coming up from the Pittsburgh 38-yard line. And let's see. And so, Michael, what's going on with you? How's it going? Yeah, apologize about that. It's not showing up on my computer here, but I had to look at my phone here. But yeah, how's it going, Michael? Hope you're doing well. I know you got the Vikings in this one. Meanwhile, Cousins up under center here, play fake. Pressure's there. He's going deep, and it is incomplete. I thought Jefferson was about to make an acrobatic catch there, but it's incomplete there. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. Again, they are at the Pittsburgh 38-yard line here. They took a deep shot for Justin Jefferson, and the ball touched his hand there and almost was able to pull it in there, but just missed it. No doubt about that. But here we go, 3rd and 6. Cousins in a shotgun. You've got 4 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 seconds on the play clock. They're going to call him for delay of the game on the play. Delay of the game. That's going to back them up 5 yards here. So we're going to have 3rd and 11 now. So they're going to be backed up 5 yards all the way to the Pittsburgh 43-yard line. Obviously, that's huge because you want to make sure you leave enough room for the kicker in case you got to kick a field goal. So we'll see how things play out from there. But 4th and 11 coming up. All right, so here we go again. This time, Cousins in the shotgun. Steelers are showing pressure. Will they send it? They send 4, and it is caught by the receiver. That looks like Osborne, but he was brought down after he picked up 8 yards. They fell 3 yards shy, so now we got 4th and 3 from about the 35-yard line. Let's see how this is going to be about a 53-yard field goal attempt for the Minnesota Vikings coming up here on their first drive of the game. Again, we're here in the first quarter, about 12 minutes left to go in the first quarter. This is the first possession of the game, and so let's see if the Vikings can get 3 points here. All right, so let's see. This is going to be a 53-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it's no good. No good. Missed it to the left. So, wow, wide left, wasn't close, and so Joseph missed it. So the Vikings unable to capitalize off of the good start they had to the drive there. Those are points that later on you're probably going to want those points back for sure. So absolutely big time on the stop right there by the Pittsburgh Steelers as the Vikings unable to capitalize off of the drive there. It's going to be Pittsburgh ball 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 35-yard line when we come back from the commercial. But yeah, Michael, who you got winning this one? Let me know who you got winning this one, and also let me know your score projection for this one. All right, perfect. It's finally showing up here, so I had to refresh it, so perfect. But yeah, I hope you're doing good, Michael. Hope you're doing good. Again, let me know who you got in this one. I think it's finally fixed now. Again, we're currently right now at commercial, and when we come back from the commercial, it'll be our first time seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers offense tonight. They're hoping that they can pick up where they left off at last week in the fourth quarter. They finally got some stuff going there, so they're hoping they can pick up from there. And after the stop the defense just gave them, hey, if they can come out and get some points early, that can really help the confidence of the Pittsburgh Steelers here in this one. All right, so Michael's got the Vikings winning 26-20. Okay. I picked the Vikings pregame to win 17-14 in this one. I feel the Steelers could very well win this one. It could very well go either way. You never know with the Vikings, which Vikings team is going to show up here. But, yeah, if it's close, though, I mean, Pittsburgh, they very well could do it. They showed it last week. They can do it, but we'll see what happens. The good news is Dalvin Cook, he's looking good out there. I mean, he's got 24 yards and 2 carries, but that 20-yard carry he showed some explosiveness on that one. So that looked really good for Dalvin Cook. Again, we're still at the commercial right now. And so, Azure Shack, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going, man? Thank you so much for coming through, man. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm guessing you're rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. Meanwhile, Big Ben out there in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 back. They fake it to Harris. He throws it across the middle there, tight coverage, but he gets the completion there, picked up 7 yards, throwing it to Ray McLeod there, and he takes it to about midfield there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So here we go, 2nd and 3. Let's see. As Shaq says that Ray McLeod is so underrated. Facts, absolutely. Meanwhile, Big Ben's lining up under center here. Let's see, we've got about 2-3 receivers here. They're going to hand it to the back, and so Harris is looking. He's trying to find a hole there. The offensive line is giving him some push there. He's going to be close, though. Did he get it? I think he picked up 2 yards. They needed 3. So now we've got 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1 coming up again. This is the opening drive here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their first drive here of the game. The defense went out there, did what they had to do. The Vikings missed the field goal here. So let's see if Pittsburgh can get the first points of the game in this one. And so meanwhile, Big Ben's up under center here. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Vikings showing pressure up the middle. Obviously, they're expecting to run. And they're going to hand it to Harris, and Harris does a good job of finding the lane there, picks up 3 yards on the carry there, and that's going to be a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings 45-yard line here. So the first down here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so, Cam, what's going on with you? How's it going? You said you're rooting for the Grizzlies. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, absolutely. Let me know your score projection for this one. Meanwhile, we're here in the first quarter, not about 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Big Ben up under center, multiple tight ends, two receivers on the play, one back in the backfield, takes the snap, fakes it to the back here. He's going to throw it to the receiver here, and they pick up about a good, and that's going to be Claypool on a reception there, about a good 4 or 5 yards on the play. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. Somebody got a little excessive there. Got a little excessive there. The referee said, nah, too much. Too much happened on the play. Let's see who they call, though. Man, that's a big-time penalty. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. Actually, Chase Claypool needs to grow up for real, though. Like, you can't do that. You just can't do that. As a coaching staff, that would really aggravate you. You're getting 15 yards against the offense. You are the offense, so you're hurting yourself here. That's just stupid. There was no need to do that. No need to do that. And so Cam's my. But yeah, that was completely unnecessary. All right, but here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 19 now. So after he made the play there, he made a dumber play that outdid his good play. So we got 2nd and 19 here. Big Ben's got one back behind him there. Najee Harris, he faked it to Harris. Vikings got pressure. Big Ben just throws it up. Incomplete. He did a good job, though, of getting it at least to the receiver there. But Ray McLeod unable to bring that one in. So now we got 3rd and 19 coming up here. We're here in the first quarter, about 9 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the first quarter. Score still 0-0 here, and the Steelers are trying to do their best to get the first points of the game here. We'll have to see what they call here on 3rd and 19. I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, you really just want to get one. You want to get your receivers one-on-one with a guy, throw a 50-50 ball, whether we're talking Johnson. I mean, he's a good receiver as well. Whomever, just give them an opportunity. That's what I would call it here. But out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Big Ben's looking. Vikings sending 4. He throws it there across the middle, and it's caught there by the receiver, but that's going to be about 4 yards short. So he picked up 15 yards there, Dante Johnson, but it's still bringing up 4th down there at the Minnesota Vikings 39-yard line. So Michael says, what happened to Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster? Juju's been hurt for some time here. I mean, I can't remember how many weeks ago, but it's definitely been some weeks since he's been hurt. He got hurt towards the end of the game, and it was season ending. I think it was like towards the end of the game, but it was season ending, so he's done for the year. But yeah, he got injured. I forgot what he injured, though, but I remember he was in a lot of pain on the field. So yeah, but he was done like a while ago. But here they go. They're going for it on 4th down. Big Ben takes a snap. Vikings sending pressure. Big Ben, he's going to scramble. And old man Big Ben with the 1st down, using his legs there. How about that? He picked up 5 yards. They needed 4. Big Ben says, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get this team into the playoffs again. So look at that. But there is a flag. There is a flag. So let's see what they're going to call here. Ooh, defensive holding. Okay. Let's see. Ashak says, I think, yeah, he got hurt earlier. I forget what it was, but I did a video on that one. So yeah, he got hurt like early on in the season after a few weeks. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. After they picked up that 4th down conversion, and Big Ben, he's up under center here. He's got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. And that's Benny Snell's in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Snell, and he's looking, trying to shake off some guys. Not going to happen. All I see is purple jerseys around him there, and they bring him down for a loss of about 2 yards on the play. That play never had a chance. And so 80s, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? And so 80 says that he wishes all Pats play. Come 80s, what's up with that, man? Where's the love, man, for the Pats? Where's the love for the Pats, man? What's going on with you? And so that's definitely delay the game. But here we go in the shotgun again. You've got trips towards the top of the formation, one receiver towards the bottom, one back next to Big Ben in the shotgun. Vikings showing pressure. They send for Big Ben's looking. Big Ben, up, they got him. They got him. The ball, did it come out? I think the ball came out. Regardless, Big Ben's able to recover it there. So big time break there for the Steelers. You certainly don't want to drop the ball there. But yeah, Big Ben feeling the pressure that time. He was hit, his arm was moving, but luckily for him, he fell on the football there. So, because you never want to leave it up to the referees to determine if it's a forward pass or not. So, but yeah, offensive line got to give Big Ben more time than that because he had a couple people he probably could have threw it to. Cam says Steelers haven't noticed because Juju wasn't doing much anyways. That's spoken like a man who's had this guy on his fantasy football team. Absolutely. But yeah, I think it was his shoulder as well because I do remember now. I think when they was playing against, was it a team like I feel like it was a team like the Broncos. It was somebody they played again. But absolutely. Okay, so they got the play up on the review here. Let's see. Meanwhile, and so absolutely. Let's see. Ashak says Ben's signature move this season has been fumble the football. Absolutely, guys. And don't forget, guys, to make sure that you press the thumbs up button as well here. And if you're somebody that's new, that's not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do these play-by-plays regularly, so definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel here for sure. But appreciate you guys and all the support. Eddie says Ben sacked. And so, Braden, what's good with you, Braden? What's going on? How's it going? I hope you guys all had a great week, man. I know we're pulling up on Friday soon, but I hope you guys are all doing well. But who you like in this one, Braden? But what's going on with you? Oh, man, Mob, how's it going? How's it going? And again, right now we're currently at the commercial, guys, because they are currently reviewing the play, I believe. So therefore, we're still at the commercial, still 2nd and 12 here, coming up for the Steelers, unless they obviously overturn it. But still, it's going to be 2nd down either way for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah, man, I mean, you're rooting for the Vikings in this one. Okay, bet. Rooting for the Vikings in this one. What's your score projection? And so Ashak says, every Steelers game I watch, that exact play happens. Big Ben holds the ball too long, and he gets sacked and loses the ball. Yeah, at this point in Big Ben's career, I mean, obviously the years of just, he hasn't been taking – I guess he hasn't been doing the TB12 program or anything like that, so it's just been adding up for him. He definitely looks like a guy that's in his last year, but still, though, he does have those moments, though, where it comes together. But for a guy like Big Ben, you've got to give him a lot of time to work. You've got to give him some time to work. Absolutely. You said to be fair to Ben, the receivers aren't getting open. And so that is true. That is true. And so, old lady Mob, how's it going? How's it going? You say, Big Ben, glad to see you back here. How you been? Let me know how you been. How's it going? And absolutely glad to have you here. Yes, Ashak says, why is Pittsburgh challenging? They got it back. And so I wasn't sure if this was the booth challenging it because it wouldn't make sense to challenge it just for a difference of 2 yards. I mean, not at all. But I guess the booth just picked it up is what I was guessing. And so Michael says, Mr. Fumble. And so let's see. Old man says, still high on that Patriots win. Absolutely. You already know. And then we got a bye week this week as well. So I'm just soaking it all in this week. But at the same time, we got to get ready for Indianapolis because Indianapolis, we've seen what Jonathan Taylor has done to other teams and stuff like that. Tampa just barely beat them. So, yeah, we got to be looking out for Indianapolis. They're playing some of their best football right now. So, going to be looking up for that for sure. Cam says, who's winning, UGA or Michigan? I'm going UGA in that one. I think the defense is designed to stop the run, and that's exactly what Michigan's going to want to do is run the ball in this one. So I think UGA is designed to take down Georgia here, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I mean, I'm sorry, UGA is designed to take down Michigan, but it should be a good one. And so great. All right, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, buddy. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 18 coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers here. All right, we've got 4 receivers on the play, 1 running back. 10 seconds left to go here on the play clock. We're still in the first quarter, 6 minutes and 16 seconds. Big Ben takes the snap. He throws it to Johnson. And Johnson, he's running all the way across the field there. just to pick up an extra yard or two there, but he picked up 6 yards on the play. However, still short of the 4th down there. So you got 4th and 12 coming up from the Vikings 31-yard line. Again, this drive was 10 plays, 26 yards, about 5 minutes and some change taken off the clock here. So let's see if Pittsburgh can get the first points of the game. The Vikings, they missed their field goal in the first drive. So let's see if Pittsburgh can get the first points here and get on the scoreboard. This is a 49-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kick is on the way. Kick is up. Kick is no good. So he missed it to the left. So my goodness, kickers are missing it to the left. We're here at Minnesota, so there's no wind problems. These kickers are just missing it. They're just missing it. That's a big-time miss there for the Pittsburgh Steelers, though. You had an opportunity to get the first points of the game, though. You never want to leave points on the table. Big-time miss. Mike Tomlin knows it, too. So we're still here in the first quarter, about 5 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and we're all tied up 0-0, and thanks to the missed field goal, it's going to be Vikings football when we come back from the commercial. Let's see, old man says, you say your mom's a Vikings fan, so you say 21-16. Okay, I had the Vikings winning 17-14, but in order for that to happen, I'm going to need a kicker to make a kick at some point. But yeah, I had Vikings barely winning this one in a close, low-scoring game. 80 says, at least B. And so let's see, Braden says, go big tree Roethlisberger. And so, I mean, he does look like a tree there. He really does. Let's see, 80 says, at least finish thrown more than Mac Jones has. And so, hey, what matters is wins and losses. That's what matters, wins and losses. I'll take a W in 3 yards passing any day of the week. Any day of the week. Adishak says the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. I don't think our 80s heard you on that one. You might want to say it again. Absolutely. But again, right now, we're currently at the commercial, guys. But when we come back, it will be Vikings football here because the Steelers just missed the field goal. So both teams have missed the field goals. They got in the field goal range, and they both missed it. So we'll see what the Vikings can do here on their second drive here. Going to continue to monitor Dalvin Cook, see how he looks there. He looked pretty good in the first drive there. We'll see as the game goes on if he continues to look fresh. But he looked really good during that first drive. Not going to lie, he has some explosiveness to him that I've only seen a couple times this season. As the old man says, yeah, we got to make Wentz best us. If we do that, we will win the game. I believe you because J.C. Jackson, he's gonna come through for us. Ashak says another miss. Ouch. I know, right? Pretty soon they're gonna have us go out there to try to make these field goals. Cam says Johnson ran 60 yards for a gain of 6 yards. Yeah, that's how you get tired out there. You're out there running full speed to the other side. You basically just gained maybe 2 yards extra than what you would have had. That was crazy. That was crazy. Let's see. Old man says, if the Steelers smart, they will go all out on the O-line. They don't want Najee Harris to become Saquon Barkley. Barkley always hurt because the Giants have no O-line. You're right about that. I do caution them when it comes to that because, I mean, that's a prime example right there. Once you start getting hurt like that, it's hard to revert back. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, he didn't have those injury problems too much back in college and stuff like that. That was something that developed over time. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins threw a dangerous pass. I mean, I get it trying to get it to your boy, but I mean, wow, that was dangerous. That really could have been a turnover if he's not careful with that. Absolutely. But I agree with that one, old man. I agree with that one. But we've got now 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see what they do. All right, so here we go. This time we've got, let's see, 3 receivers, 2 backs next to Kirk Cousins in the shotgun there. He's going to hand it to Cook, and Cook, look at Cook go. He's got a lot of room, and he takes it all the way down to about the 31-yard line, picked up 30 yards on the carry out of the shotgun there. So Dalvin Cook already over 50 yards, and we're just in the first quarter. Where has this been all season long? I mean, I had him on one of my fantasy football teams. I promise you, if he was running like that all year long, that fantasy football team would still be alive right now. But, I mean, I guess he said better late than never. Wow. Old man says the Cook's about to cook. That he is. And the Vikings, Kirk Cousins upon the center, fullback in the back. They give it to, and look at him go. This time it's Madison, actually. And so Madison picks up a good 14 yards, taking it all the way to the Pittsburgh 17-yard line. So the backup that time with the carry. So the offensive line is just opening up some holes here. And, hey, pick your poison. Everybody's going out there and getting some yards here. And so they say, Cam says, thank God I stuck Cook back in at the last second. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Could not. Yeah, that would have been a massive mistake not to. All right, but here we go. Cousins up under center, went back in the backfield here, and they're going to hand it to him. And so he's going to go pick up about a good 3 yards on the play there. Again, that was Madison with the carry there, 3 yards on the left side of the line. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up from the Pittsburgh 14-yard line. All right, so it looks like Dalvin Cook's going to be coming back on the field here for the Minnesota Vikings. And this is needed, too, because you don't have Adam Thielen in this game. So, therefore, your passing game's a little hampered already because Adam Thielen, he's a nice combination with him and Jefferson. But let's see what they do. And so, Cousins, play fake. He's looking. He throws it in the end zone. He has a man. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. So, Justin Jefferson with the touchdown reception in the end zone. That's a 14-yard touchdown pass, Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson. And so the Vikings get the first points in this one. This was their second drive. Again, we're here in the first quarter, 3 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And the Vikings just scored a touchdown. Let's see if they can make the extra point here and make it a 7-point game. All right, so here goes the extra point. Let's see how it says. I needed that Justin Jefferson touchdown for my fantasy. Okay, bet. Meanwhile, the extra point attempt is up, and it's no good. It is no good. Someone's trying to get unemployed after this game because you keep missing like that. It's going to happen. Wow, you missed the field goal. You missed the extra point. Bro, there's no win. There's no win. You kick here all the time. What is up with the kicker here? Wow, he missed the PAT. You can't miss both the PAT and a field goal and expect to still have your job when the next one comes. I mean, this is – my goodness, this kid's a joke out there. What is going on? Wow. So you get the big-time touchdown, but, you don't want the other team to score a touchdown, obviously, but if they do and if their kicker can make the extra point, they can get the lead. So that means if you score again, you're going to have to go for 2. You're going to have to go for 2. That is crazy. So the Vikings are up 6-0 in this one. Kirk Cousins threw the touchdown to Justin Jefferson there, but they missed the PAT attempt. So when we come back, it's going to be Pittsburgh Steelers who's going to get a chance to show what they can do on their second drive of the game. And so 80 says, what does JB and Old Man have in this game? And so, yeah, who do we have? Yeah, so we both got the Vikings in this one. Yeah, we got the Vikings in this one. I got the Vikings winning. Well, I had them winning 17-14. Still got them winning 17-14. It's still possible. So, yeah, 17-14 was my score in this one. 80 says that he called that touchdown, JB. Did you call the missed PAT as well? Again, we're still at commercial right now, but once we get back, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And so, yeah, these kickers, I mean, they're getting ridiculous with all these missed kicks and stuff. Braden says, of course, the Vikings kicker missed it. I mean, I guess that's why in a 16-person league, in my fantasy football league, he is in free agency for a reason. So, yes, Eddie says someone is trying to be unemployed. I mean, he's trying to sabotage the game. And so, I mean, it's a fact. You kick here all the time. I mean, there's no win, so we can't say, oh, it's later in the year, so the win might have caused. No, there's no excuse. He just missed it. It's terrible. Let's see, old man says, JB about to be a quarterback and kicker for an NFL team. I mean, someone's got to do it. There's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made out there to do it. And so old man says 80s, I got the Vikings. Okay, so you got the Vikings 21-16. And so, yeah, you said that one earlier. Okay, bet. Again, that drive right there was pretty quick, though. 5 plays, 61 yards, 2 minutes and 1 second. I know they threw that one in, but the big story in this game so far is Dalvin Cook. He's cooking tonight. I haven't seen it too much this season, but he's back in the kitchen tonight. He's cooking tonight. Guarantee it. That's not good news for Pittsburgh, though. Meanwhile, kickoff is on the way. And the Steelers are going to take a knee here, so they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. This will be the second drive here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're trailing 6-0 in this one. And so, obviously, last time they had the football, they missed the field goal. So they're going to be looking to see this time if they can capitalize and actually get some points here and respond to the Vikings how they scored last time. Let's see. Ashak says that JB would easily be the best NFL player ever. And so I appreciate that. I'm sure the Bears will pay me nicely to go back there and play quarterback / running back / whatever it takes. Big Ben takes a snap. He's going to hand it to Johnson. Apologize about that. But yeah, he's going to hand it to Johnson there. He picks up 7 yards there on the left end around. 2nd and 3 coming up. And so let's see, 80 says, JB want to be an NFL player that missed practice. I mean, I'll show up to a couple 80s, just a couple, a couple times out the week. I'm sure I can show up a couple times, They won't mind. They won't mind. Well, here we go. 2nd and 3. Big Ben up under center here. And they're going to hand another end around to the other side, this time to Claypool. And Claypool, he reaches the ball out. Is it a fumble? I thought he was down, but apparently he wasn't. The referees say that it's going to be Vikings football. You have got to protect the football. This is the second time that Claypool has let the Steelers down in this one. But I need to see a replay first to see if he was down. And so looking at the replay here, he reached out. His knee is still in the air. Oh, that's close. That's still very close. I need to see one more replay here. And so, it might be too close, honestly, to call it at this point. So it might be Vikings football. Big Ben's looking at him like that kid right there. He's like, I've played with a lot of receivers than this kid. I mean, wow, that is crazy. Let's see, old man says, don't know if everyone older enough to remember when if you were a kicker, you had to be able to play another position. And so actually that is very interesting right there, old man. That is very interesting right there. Huh. Let's see. Eddie says, I didn't know they ever played. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I'm not going to lie. That was news for me as well. Really? Yeah, give me some time frames in terms of, I guess, like a team or a year in which that was the case. I definitely got to research that because I didn't even know that. See, Ashak says that Chase Claypool was down. And so, okay, so Ashak says he was down. I feel like it looks like on the replay, like, I don't know, like it was bang, bang, like right around the same time. It's going to be almost a judgment call. And so old man says, JB, I think Claypool was down. Okay, so we got multiple people. All right, so you guys buzzed me in from New York saying he was down. Okay, so we'll see if he was down. Let's see. Ashak says I need the Steelers to win because at the Vikings, but I also need Justin to get a bunch of fantasy points. And so I feel you there. Absolutely. Let's see. Old man says, but it's too close to. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking it might be too close to overturn. Do you guys think that is enough evidence to where it's just clear cut? They can and they will overturn it. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think it's going to be a fumble. But we will see. All right, let's see. I mean, it could go either way. Let's see. 80 says his name is perfect. Hands of Claypool, not hands of cement pool. That is funny. But yeah, I mean, they might very well go ahead and just overturn this. I mean, it was really close. So I can see where you guys are coming from with that one. So, but obviously we'll see what the referee says. Let's see. Ashak says, very true, old man. It's incredible close, but the call in the field being fumbled probably means it will stand. And so, I mean, it's really close. I personally, if I'm the referee, unless New York tells me otherwise, I'm going to say that it stands, but I'm not the ref. All right, they say he was down. Okay. I don't know now. Okay. I can roll with that. I can roll with that. But here we go, 3rd-and-1 coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, the Vikings lead this one 6-0 currently, and we're here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first. You've got Big Ben up under center. They've got multiple tight ends. They got 2 receivers on the play. They're going to hand it to Harris. He gets tripped up from behind there. He actually lost a yard. That was Woods on the tackle there. So we got 4th and 2 coming up from the Pittsburgh 33-yard line here. So Big Ben and company, they're going to have to punt the ball to the Vikings anyways, but at least with the overturn call, they saved themselves the field position because that's important. The way that Dalvin Cook is cooking right now, you don't want to give him the ingredients that close to the pot. You want to at least make him have to work to get to the kitchen first. But man, he's putting in work. He is putting in work. And so let's see. Ashak says, "Wow, so close." All right, so here we go, 4th and 2, and the Steelers are going to punt the football. Let's see if we're going to return here by the Vikings. All right, so we will get a return here. Let's see. And so right up the middle, takes it all the way to about the 43-yard line there, the Minnesota Vikings. So Minnesota's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. And let's see if they can score again like they did last time. Again, we're still here in the first quarter, but we got 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go here in the first. And so the Vikings already up 6-0 in this one, looking to try to extend this lead. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers defense slow down the run game? I feel like that's going to be important right now because clearly the Vikings, I mean, hey, whether they're running and that run game is going to open up the pass game, even if Adam Thielen's not out there. So we'll see how this Pittsburgh defense looks. So Braden says his knee went down just before it got knocked out. And so on that last replay they showed, that's the one that convinced me that they made the right call on that one. So I agree with you on that one. All right, so here we go, 1st and 10. Let's see. Cousins up under center here. He takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it, and it's Justin Jefferson again. You would think the Steelers would be looking for Justin Jefferson, but he picked up a 1st down on the play there. And so what a nice pickup that was there. And so, I mean, hey, now they're inside of the Pittsburgh Steelers territory, so we'll see how things look from there. They're about at about the 39-yard line. I mean, they left them wide open, though, like wide open. But they got 3 receivers here, a fullback in the back, and they're going to hand it to the back, and that's Cook and Cook. Oh, luckily for them, they brought him down there because I saw some space there. But he picked up 3 yards on the play. So now we've got 2nd and 7 coming up. And let's see. Old man says NFL 1945 to 1975s. Okay, so you found the VCR. Okay, so you found the VCR tapes in your uncle's house, and so okay. Oh wow. So that's wow. That is something I did not know, old man. You taught me something today. And so let's see. They're going to hand it to Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook makes the first guy miss, takes it all the way to the 20-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Dalvin Cook out there cooking, picked up about a good 16 yards on the carry there. And so, my goodness, look at the way that offensive line blocked, though. I saw about 3 different lanes he could have taken. No joke on that one. 3 different lanes he could have taken on that one. I mean, T.J. Watt, he got to break free, man. You got to break free. I mean, the Vikings have 90 yards rushing here in the first quarter. That is pretty impressive right there for the Minnesota Vikings because they've been trying to get that ground game running. They've had some moments where it does happen, but consistently it hasn't been that way this season. But tonight, they are looking like what I expected from them all year long in terms of being able to run the football. So, wow, that is impressive. And so let's see. Braden says his. Okay, and so old man says, my bad, I meant, okay, so 1930s to the 1975. Certainly something I got to look and see some of these highlights for real because, I mean, back then the kicker was earning his pay. Promise you that. But, again, we're at the end of the first quarter, guys. So, Vikings are up 6-0 in this one. Again, they scored the touchdown on the Kirk Cousins pass to Justin Jefferson. but they missed the extra point, so they're up 6-0 in this one. Both teams have missed field goals here in the first quarter, but we have the Vikings again, this time at the Pittsburgh 20. Let's see if they can punch it into the end zone, or if they do kick a field goal, will they be able to make it? I think this time they're not going to be looking to see that kicker go out there anytime soon, so perhaps we'll see them really try to, unless they have to go for the field goal, they're definitely going to be trying to get in the end zone out there for sure. No doubt about that. Justin Jefferson, he's got 4 receptions, 45 yards in this one, and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 5 carries, 73 yards on the ground already in this one. And Kirk Cousins, he's 5 of 7, 53 yards and a touchdown. Big Ben is 4 of 5, 34 yards. You've got on the ground, actually the leading rusher right now on the ground for them is actually Dante Johnson. He had 1 carry for 7 yards. Najee Harris, 3 carries for just 4 yards so far in this one. And again, we're still at the commercial right now, but when we come back, it's going to be the start of the second quarter. Vikings with the football and the lead, 6-0 in this one. Remember, guys, if you're someone that's new, remember to press the thumbs up button, though. Let's see where we are right now in terms of the thumbs up, though, for the stream. And also do remember to subscribe if you're someone that's new and you want to be a part of these future streams as well. Of course, if you're watching, do feel free to join the live chat as well. I think we're at 8 thumbs up right now. So, yeah, definitely let's try to see if we can reach 20 before the half. Again, we're still right now at the commercial. Let's see. Hashtag says, I've been saying that Chase Claypool was overrated. He is talented, but he needs to change his attitude. I feel like attitude, for the most part, for a couple guys on the Pittsburgh Steelers at the receiver position has been something that at least has been a topic of discussion, to say the least, for a couple guys, though. But absolutely, I'm right there with you. That penalty he had earlier, you can't do it. Can't do it. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10. This time, Kirk Cousins going to line up in the shotgun here. You've got 3 receivers on the play. He takes the snap. He throws across the middle. Tried to hit Dalvin Cook there, but the defender was there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. I'm sorry, that was Madison there, who he was intending to throw the ball to. Incomplete. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up from the Pittsburgh 20-yard line. And let's see. I check this. Nice catch, Justin. Now I need a Mika Fitzpatrick pick 6. Whatever it takes for them to score, right? Absolutely. So here we go, 2nd and 10. This time he's going to go 5 wide here. Well, 4 wide here because he got a tight end as well. This time now he motions Dalvin Cook. Take the snap out the shotgun. Cousins is looking. Feels the pressure. He tried to throw it to Cook there. Incomplete. But the defense was ready for it that time. 3rd and 10 coming up. So now we've got an important 3rd and 10 here for the Vikings. I mean, because right now, I personally wouldn't want that field goal kicker coming out there. So they got to try to get a first down. They did a good job getting it to the 20. Let's see if they can get the first down, or if the Pittsburgh defense can get there. I mean, that time TJ Watt, he got close. He got a hit on him, got close. Let's see if he can actually get him for a sack or something like that. You know, TJ Watt is itching to get him. All right, so here we go, 5 wide this time, shotgun formation. Steelers, let's see. They've got 4 guys in the line. They send for Cousins is looking. He feels the pressure. He throws it up there. Oh, he had Justin Jefferson. He had Justin Jefferson just a little too far. Just a little too far on that one. And so now we've got ourselves an incompletion. So 4th down's coming up here. And let's see if the Vikings can finally connect here on a kick. Just any kind of kick would be nice here for the Vikings. Let's see if it'll happen. But, yeah, Cousins knows he had that one, though, because it was there. It was there. The defender left a lot of room there. I would have felt comfortable catching that pass and not being worried about taking a hit. But this is a 38-yard field goal attempt. Again, Greg Joseph missed a field goal. Then he missed the extra point. Let's see if he can make this one. He kicks it. And it is good. It is good. So he finally connects there. So we have the Vikings up 9-0 in this one. And so 9-0 is our score right now. Minnesota capitalized on that one, was able to score a field goal. Obviously, if you're the Vikings there, I mean, Kirk Cousins, he had an opportunity. He had his guy there. I mean, obviously, Justin Jefferson, without having Adam Thielen, he's getting a couple more looks early in this one, but he had him. He had him. They were just a little bit off on that one, but they got 3 points for it. So now we'll get to see what Pittsburgh can do to try to respond here when they get the football. Let's see. Braden says, watch the Vikings kicker miss the next kick. Let's see. Old man says, I can't remember his name right now, but there was a Redskins player that played quarterback, kicker, punter, and sometimes safety. Wow. Do you know that, like, the I guess the years in which he played, or at least a couple years that he would have played through? That's worth researching right there. I definitely got to do my research on that. That is incredible. All right, but we're getting ready for the kickoff here. Again, we're here in the second quarter. 14 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the second. Vikings about to kick things off here. Let's see if the Steelers will return it or if they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. Kick is up. All right, so we're going to have the Steelers taking over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Yeah, looking at that playoff picture right there, Pittsburgh definitely wants to win this one. They do not need to lose and fall any further right now because they're outside looking in. First team that would be in, but they certainly need to win. All right, so here we go here. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers in the backfield. Big Ben up under center here. Takes a snap, play fakes. Big Ben in the pocket, steps up, moves around, and they're going to get him for a sack here. Big Ben hits the ground. I know Ben Roethlisberger hates taking sacks. He hates it, but he does it so often. He lost 9 yards on that play. 2nd and 19 coming up here from the Pittsburgh 16-yard line. So, yeah, that time nobody got open. Big Ben was looking. He ended up taking the sack. And so, yeah, absolutely cannot have that happen to your quarterback. Let's see. And he says they just need to go for 2 and go for it on every 4th down. All right, but here we go. Ben up under center here. Takes it. Going to toss it to the back there. Najee Harris trying to get to the outside there. And he's going to get slung forward. Picks up about a good 3 yards on the carry there. 3rd and 16 coming up here from about the 19-yard line of Pittsburgh. Let's see. Old man says the Claypool needs a vet receiver to help him in route running. And so, okay, there you go. And so look at the difference in total yards. Vikings, 143, Steelers, 38. That's a huge, significant difference in total yards, and the Vikings are winning because of it. But here we go, 3rd and 16. You've got 3 receivers towards the top of the screen, 1 receiver towards the bottom. Out of the shotgun here, Big Ben takes the snap. Vikings sending 4. Big Ben throws it. Incomplete. Even if he did catch it, it still would not have been a 1st down. He was aiming for James Washington, the intended receiver on the play. So now we've got 4th down coming up, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to punt the football right back to the Minnesota Vikings. Again, we're here in the second quarter with about 13 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And the old man also says and can teach him how to act. He needs that. He needs that desperately. All right, but here we go. The Pittsburgh Steelers are about to punt the football here. Nice clean snap. Kicks on the way. And so, all right, we're going to get a return here by the Vikings. He did a pretty good job last time. And once again, it looks like they're going to have good field position to start off. But wait a second. There is a penalty here. Let's see what the penalty is. This will most likely probably be on the Vikings here. But let's see what they say. Let's see. Ashak says that he agrees the Steelers have too many young ends, especially at receivers. And so, absolutely. But let's see what the penalty is going to be. All right, still waiting to see what they're going to say the penalty is and figure out where exactly the offense is going to be starting off from. Referees are discussing. All right, so the referees are still talking here, but it's most likely going to be an offensive holding. All right, so yeah, they call holding there against the Vikings there on the return team there. So, but yeah, it's still going to be Vikings football here. But yeah, that was definitely a hold on the play. And so Adishak wanted them to miss that field goal. I'll go ahead and try to catch up on the comments here while we have some time here because we just entered the commercial. Again, the Vikings are up 9-0 over the Steelers here. And, hey, Vikings got the football back again. Braden says that he was wrong. It happens to the best of us, Braden. It happens to the best of us. As the old man says, that's Kirk Cousins for you. He'll make a great plays, but then he'll miss the easy plays. You know, that is right. That is absolutely right. Braden says that Ben holds on to the ball too long. Old man says, I asked my older cuz. He said his name was Sammy Baugh. You know, I remember Sammy Baugh. Like, I remember a little bit about him. Just a little bit about him. Let's see. Ashak says the Steelers' offensive line is so bad, and so absolutely. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back here. I guess while we got a commercial, I'll be right back. Okay, so, all right. So you say Steelers' offensive line is bad. You said at a certain point you can't even blame Ben. The Steelers' offensive line is god-awful, and the receivers cannot run routes. And so, I mean, you're right about that. You're right about that. I mean, when you don't have an offensive line and you've got a quarterback that's out there aging, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good at all. Again, we're still right now at the commercial here, but again, the Vikings lead this one 9-0 here in the second quarter with about 13 minutes left before the half. Vikings scored 6 points in the first quarter, and they so far scored 3 points here in the second. Steelers have yet to get on the board here, and yeah, they're probably going to need the defense to do some type of play to give them a spark or something right now to get them going. All right, but here we go back. So you've got Kirk Cousins up under center here. He's going to play fake the cook. He's going to take a nice deep shot there, and this time he connects with Justin Jefferson for the first down, picked up 22 yards there, taking it all the way to the 44-yard line. So, wow, what a play there, Justin Jefferson. It amazes me. It amazes me because you know they're going to be looking to get the football to him, but yet he's continuously getting open. So that is pretty impressive. It's just a matter of Kirk Cousins hitting him or not. All right, but here we go, 1st and 10. They're going to toss it to Cook and Cook right up the middle. Look at that. My God. Oh, if Minka Fitzpatrick doesn't make that tackle, Dalvin Cook is still running if they don't make that tackle right there. My goodness, how does he get that wide open? Did they just forget to put 11 men out there? I mean, wow, that is like, I don't know what they're doing out there. I don't know what they're doing out there defensively, but it's not working. It's not working. I mean, I hate to say it, but the last time I seen holes like that was watching Michigan running Ohio State's defense. This is terrible. All right, but Kirk Cousins up under center here. They're going to take it. They're going to hand it to the back here, and this time it's Madison. And Madison, he picks up about a good 6 yards on the play. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. That's one thing that can stop momentum right there, a penalty. Let's see what they call. Probably going to be a holding call. All right, so they call a big 56 there. So that's going to back them up some yards there. So now we're going to have 1st and 20 coming up here from their own 49-yard line. As the Ashak says, if this was 20-year-old Ben, then the Steelers would be a bit better. He was used to bad offensive lines. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. But once you get older, like, you need an offensive line. Kirk Cousins takes the snap. He's going to throw it across the middle there, and it's caught by Conklin. And so he picks up 19 yards. They needed 20, so he's about a yard shy. Let's see where they mark him, though. Let's see if they mark him. Yeah, he should be about a yard shy. But an excellent pickup there by the tight end. And that's what every quarterback envisions, a nice clean pocket to throw it there to your big tight end and let him go to work. Cousins up under center, hands it to the back there. And so that's going to be Madison up the middle there. He picks up 3 yards on the play. So he picks up 3 yards on the carry. And so Eddie says, JB, will the Vikings ever win a Super Bowl? That's one heck of a question there, 80s. That's one heck of a question. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure down somewhere in the future, they'll pull it together, get a Super Bowl. Now, how far into the future? I don't have that answer. But I think at some point they will. Just about every team minus Detroit will at some point. Meanwhile, Dalvin Cook off the right side. Look at that. He took his foot off the gas pedal, and it didn't matter. I mean, he like, what in the world? Like, someone should be arguing on the defense right now. Somebody should be getting benched right now. Somebody should be getting released or something. How in the world do you let that happen? They act like they've never seen a running play before. Like they didn't even know the ball was snapped. What? Show me a replay. Are you kidding me? Everybody went to the inside like as if it wasn't a possibility that they could bounce to the outside. My goodness, that is embarrassing. Not gonna lie, that was pretty embarrassing. Let's see, Vikings kick it, and it's the extra point is good. All right, so somebody's trying to save their job at this point, connecting on the field goal and extra point. But here we go. So the Vikings lead this one 16-0 here. We're still waiting on Pittsburgh offense to show us some signs of life right now. But so far, it's been all Minnesota Vikings. And Dalvin Cook, he is putting on one heck of a performance there. One heck of a performance. 7 carries, 117 yards. He got a touchdown. He just ran it in there for a 29-yard touchdown. If only he was doing that all season long, I promise you guys, my second fantasy football team would have been looking a lot better this year. But, yeah, he's putting in some work there. You've got Alexander Madison, 3 carries, 20 yards as well. I mean, they're getting it done. Kirk Cousins, 7 of 12, 94 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. Hasn't been sacked. But Big Ben, he's 4 of 6, 34 yards, averaging less than 6 yards of completion. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Sacked 2 times already. So poor Big Ben, he's not liking it right now at all. And then he scrambled 1 time for 5 yards. But on the ground, though, as a team, the Steelers have 19 yards on the ground, averaging 2.4 yards a carry. It's just, I mean, wow. Like, it's true. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Absolutely. You just never know. You never know. Let's see. Eddie says, poor Big Ben. And so Big Ben just ready for this season to be over, y'all. Like, Big Ben ready for this season to be done. Let's see. Old man says Steelers trying to get Mike Tomlin fired. And so Mike Tomlin, he's one heck of a coach. I mean, you guys know how I am when it comes to, players, when it comes to coaches and stuff. But if there's 2 guys that even if they have a losing season, I'll go to bat for them. Mike Tomlin is one of those guys. Well, other than Bill Belichick and all like that. But I'm talking about this season, if they do end up with a losing record and they do get fired or something like that, Mike Tomlin, it would be a mistake to let him go. And I feel the same way about Sean Payton for the Saints. It would be a mistake to let either of those guys go. I feel like those are 2 coaches that they're really good. Obviously, sometimes sometimes the roster just doesn't pan out. You have injuries, stuff happen, but they're excellent coaches in my opinion. So absolutely. All right, but here we go. So we're getting ready for the kickoff here. And so the Vikings right now, I mean, they've got to be feeling really good right now, up 16-0 in this one. They're about to kick things off here. Let's see if Pittsburgh can produce life here. I mean, I don't know, call a flea flicker or something and just go deep to Dante Johnson, something like that. I mean, let me call the plays or something. But whatever you're calling right now, it's just not working. All right, so there will be a return there. He's got it. Oh, man, a lot of space there, 35. Still on his feet, brought down there. And so, oh, he was hit late there. There's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty there. Again, that was Ray McLeod there with the return there. Let's see what the referees are going to say. Still waiting to see what the referee's going to call here. Ooh, illegal double team block. You don't hear that one every day. So that's going to back up the Steelers right there. Okay. So let's see. It's going to be at the 19-yard line. So we're going to have first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. So let's see what Pittsburgh can do. They're down 16 points, but if they can find a way to get into the end zone, I don't know, maybe go for two, try to make it a one-possession game. Maybe something like that is what you can lean your hat on. But right now, they got some work to do. Two receivers towards the top of the formation here. Take the snap, Big Ben bootleg, and he throws it. It's caught by Claypool there, and Claypool pushed out of bounds after picking up about a good 4 or 5 yards on the catch. Second down coming up. So we got second down coming up. Let's see. Eddie says, old man mob, you think? And so Adishak says the Steelers need to bench Chase Claypool. He needs to be humbled. And so, I mean, a nice taste of humble pie might do him some good. It might. All right, but here they go. Trips towards the bottom of the formation here. Got a tight end. Back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. They toss it to Harris and Najee Harris. He's looking, and all he sees is purple. He's going to lose 2 yards in the carry. And my goodness, it's been day and night between the Steelers running the football and the Vikings running the football in this one. Steelers got to get something going. I mean, I couldn't be on the sideline right there. I mean, I be in everybody's face right now. I mean, what are we doing? 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun here. 3 receivers toward the formation here. 1 receiver towards the bottom. Take the snap there. I thought the lineman moved. Oh, what a sack. Oh, man. I feel bad for Big Ben. Somebody check on Big Ben. Somebody check on Big Ben there. Someone check on him. My goodness. I thought the left tackle moved early, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, like, come on, Big Ben. Like, you have to see that the pressure's coming, and you've got more guys bringing pressure to your blind side than you do blockers. And I wouldn't trust that left tackle with $1 and all like that in his hand to hold $1 for me. I wouldn't trust him right now. I mean, he's clearly not your friend, Big Ben, at all. This is just ridiculous. I mean, Big Ben's too old to be getting hit like that. It's just ridiculous right now. Punt's on the way. And so let's see. Okay, so we're going to get no return here. But this is wild, y'all. Like, this is – and the Vikings, they're continuously getting great field position as well. The last 3 drives, I feel like they've all started off at least at the 40-yard line, if not better, for the Vikings. So they're getting good field position to where Dalvin Cook can get about a good 20-yard carry, 25-yard carry, or Justin Jefferson pick up 22 yards or something like that, 14 yards. And so part of the problem is the field position as well. I mean, Pittsburgh doesn't have a lot of room for error. They got to get it together because this stream's in danger right now. If Dalvin Cook and the Vikings score again right here, we might be in some trouble. I hate to say it. We might be in some trouble. Hold on. I think I skipped one here. Let's see. Old man says, 80s, I just think the Steelers need to do a rebuild. No one player is going to fix them. They need so much help. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard all the, Aaron Rodgers rumbles about him being, potentially a Pittsburgh Steelers. That's not going to work. Not with that offensive line. That's not going to work. I promise you that. Because A-Rod, he's not going to go for that. Sorry, he's not going for that. Eddie says the JB Steelers can't get nothing going. And so, I mean, they really can't. They really can't. Let's see. Old man says, plus there's a lot of older players on the defense. And so sometimes teams just age. I mean, that's the sad reality of it. Sometimes they age on one side, the other side just, But yeah, Big Ben, they kept him for a little bit too long. Yes, Eddie says sack attack, and so Eddie says $1 bill. I mean, I'm just saying, like that's a fact. Let's see, old man says Big Ben about to pull Avante. If he pulled Avante Davis, I would invite Big Ben to the stream at the half so he can explain to us why he did it, man. But honestly, though, it's not fun right now for Big Ben. Like that part is evident. It's not fun for him. Not at all. He knows the offensive line is bad, and it's just not fun for him. He's out there taking hits. Absolutely, guys. But yeah, so right now the Vikings lead this one 16-0. We're at the commercial here in the second quarter with about 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go here before the half. And so, yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with Pittsburgh here. And obviously Minnesota, hey, they got it going. They obviously need this win as well. I know, Adishak, I know you want to see Pittsburgh come through, but I'm a little worried for the Steelers here. Jefferson's going in motion. Cousins up under center here. One back in the backfield. That's Dalvin Cook there. They've got two receivers now towards the top of the screen there. And so let's see. Cousins, he throws it. And so he went across the middle there. Ball was deflected. Excellent coverage there by the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2nd and 10 coming up here. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up. And let's see how Shaq says, great play from Terrell Edmonds. And so absolutely. Absolutely. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun, and they hand it to the back there. And so therefore, look at Dalvin Cook pick up 9 yards on the play. All right, so we've got a 3rd and 1 coming up here. Again, we're here in the second quarter with about 7 minutes left to go here. The Minnesota Vikings, they already lead this one 16-0. They're almost at midfield here. A yard, we'll put them at midfield, and then we'll give them the first down here. They got the tight end, fullback back in the backfield. Play fake. Again, this is 3rd and 1. And so he's going to throw it up there. Oh, my goodness. He was open. You don't get no more open than that. I don't know what coverage the Steelers are playing back there. I personally know I won't use that defense on Madden whatsoever. But he was open. He was wide open. Like, dude, you don't have to make it look any more complicated. It's simple. He's open. Throw the ball lower. Throw it to him. Let him make the catch. There's no one around him. Come on, man. Come on, man. There are people in middle school making this type of pass, man. Come on, man. This is embarrassing, Kirk Cousins. You know you should have had that. You know that. So now they put Justin Jefferson in the backfield here. They're going to quarterback sneak it. Excellent call. He picked up 3 yards. But yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins, you can't keep leaving food on the table like that. I mean, it may not cost you this game, but I mean that was terrible. That was terrible. All right, so here we go. Cousins up under center here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Dalvin Cook. And so once again, Dalvin Cook picks up about a good 3 yards on the carry on the left side there. There was a hole, but luckily Pittsburgh was able to maintain him there. But man, I mean, 2nd and 7 coming up here. Again, second quarter, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go before the half. This seems to be the theme. Every time something like this happens, they either pass the ball, pick up 15-plus yards, and then they run the ball, pick up 20-plus yards. That seems to be the common theme here. Braden says the Steelers' defense is so bad. I mean, they really are. They really are. And so Cousins in the pocket, no pressure. He throws that one, and it's a nice pass there. And so to look at the receiver go, okay, I see you. I see you there. Nice pickup there. And another first down there for the Minnesota Vikings. They're continuously moving the football. This time they're at about the 28-yard line. So they're just continuously moving the football. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Multiple tight ends, two receivers, a fullback in the backfield. They're going to toss it to Cook. So now look at Cook. This time they get him for no gain. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, 5 minutes left to go here before the half. Vikings lead this one 16-0. They have the football right now. They're at the Pittsburgh 28. So Vikings are thinking they want to score again. Again, a score right here will definitely make this a 3-possession game. And, I mean, this is, Pittsburgh defense, if you're going to get a turnover, now it's a good time. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Back in the backfield here, you got 3 receivers. Got a tight end as well. Takes a snap. Cousins dropping back. Cousins going deep. Cousins nowhere remotely close to the receiver. And the referee just – come on, man. Like, that wasn't even close. That wasn't even close, man. Like, I get that we know who he was trying to throw it to, but that wasn't close. That wasn't close. But the referees, they did not call the penalty there, so we got 3rd and 10 coming up here. Again, 2nd quarter, 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here. Vikings with all 3 timeouts. Pittsburgh with 2 timeouts. Vikings with the football here facing 3rd and 10. And so, again, the timeout just called there. And so, all right, so, yeah, thanks to the timeout there by the Steelers there. That's their 2nd timeout actually there. So now we're in the 2nd quarter, 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Steelers trail 16-0, and the Vikings, they're facing the key 3rd down when we come back here from the commercial. Let's see, where am I? All right, so 80 says bad JB throw. And so let's see. Old man says that Fitzpatrick, didn't I get traded from a bum team? Hey, you're right. You're right. You're right. All right, but here we go here. 3rd and 10 out of the shotgun. Cousins take the snap. Steelers send 4. And it's completed. It's completed. And that's Osborne with the reception. He picked up 13 yards there, taking it to the Pittsburgh 15-yard line. The clock continues to run there with about 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Yes, the old man says, Kirk Cousins, glad you're not my quarterback because I would have checked myself into a mental hospital. Wow. All right, but here we go. Got one back in the backfield here, multiple tight ends, got 2 receivers as well. Cousins up under center here. Let's see. Steelers, they've got 4 guys in line. They're also showing pressure here. They send it, and so Cook, he's carrying it up there, picks up 2 yards on the play there, about a yard or 2. And so that's going to bring up 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 9. Again, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. All right, so we've got 2nd and 8 now. Again, one back in the backfield here, fullback going in motion. Cousins up under center, takes a snap. Hands it to Cook, and Cook on the left side picks up 7 yards there. And so, about a good 7 yards there. So we got 3rd and short coming up here, about 3rd and 1 coming up. Again, we're here in the 2nd quarter. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here before the half. Vikings with the football, and they lead this one 16-0. Rushing the football-wise, they have 162 yards on the ground. Steelers only have 17, and so we'll see what happens here for the Minnesota Vikings, but man, Dalvin Cook has been hot. Let's see if they use him again. 3rd and 1. Heavy formation, just 1 receiver, multiple tight ends here, and 1 back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Cook. Cook, He's going to the outside. There's something about the outside of the defense there for the Steelers. They just refuse to care and all like that. But it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. So they're up 22-0, and we'll see if they get the extra point attempt. But, man, this is embarrassing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not going to lie. I'm all for Mike Tomlin keeping his job here, but someone's got to pay the price for this. Someone's got to answer for this lack of effort in this one. You got a man with a bum shoulder out there who's out there running the ball like he's a combination of Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson tonight. Like, this is absolutely embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Like, wow. The only people that should probably be more embarrassed than the Steelers defense right now is anybody that did not start Dalvin Cook tonight in their fantasy football league. But other than that, this is just wow. I mean, wow. Dalvin Cook, he picked one heck of a game to choose to go off here. So, wow. 80 says food on the table. All right, but yeah, the score right now is 23-0. So, wow, 23-0, guys. Does anybody here believe the Pittsburgh Steelers can come back here? I mean, there's still plenty of time here, a whole second half. Let me know if anybody believes in these Steelers. But, man, this is becoming very one-sided. Let's see how Shaq says grounding. Let me go ahead and catch up on some of the comments here. Braden says he just threw it to nobody. He really did. And he says more food left on the table. I mean, for real. Says Steelers defense is playing awful. I mean, they really, really are. Have some pride about yourself out there. Old man says Steelers defense say, I mean, for real. They said the offense won't play, we won't play. That's exactly what's going on. Meanwhile, the Vikings about to kick things off here. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The Steelers have one timeout, and they have the 2-minute warning left to work with. That is it. Has Big Ben even thrown a pass over 15 yards in this game? Like, I'm talking about just attempted a pass over 15 yards or even over 10 yards in this game. I feel like he really hasn't. As Yashak says, the Kirk Cousins hasn't even played well. He has played bad. In fact, Dalvin Cook has just been so good. It's just the Steelers have been that bad, honestly. I mean, they've just been that bad. That's just what it all comes down to, honestly. Braden says, what was that defense? I'm for real. Like, I really don't want to call that on Madden. I don't want to be stuck online with that defense. Whatever it is, I don't want that playbook. Meanwhile, they're going to hand it to Najee Harris, and Harris looking to finally get some yards here, and he gets a nice pick up there, gets a nice 9 yards there on the carry. There's a penalty, however. I think they're going to call the horse collar tackle there. So that should tackle on some more yards there for Pittsburgh, another 15 yards there. But desperately need to get something here before the half for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Desperately. 80 says the food can be left on the table, TD. But, man, guys, this is one heck of a showdown, right? One heck of a performance by Minnesota so far, offensively and defensively. Let's see. Old man says the Vikings should push hard to get Russ in the offseason. Russ and Cooks would be a deadly combination. I like that. I do. I never thought of that, but I like it. Meanwhile, incompletion. I mean, the ball just getting all tipped around out there, but it refuses to find a receiver hand. And so 2nd and 10 coming up. Mike Tomlin, he's like, they're about to get rid of me. He's like, they're about to get rid of me. I'm about to become another casualty out there. That's what he's thinking. I mean, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. You think of a team with a lot of pride. Pittsburgh comes to mind, but this is just, how do you let a team that just lost to Detroit, they just gave Detroit their first win of the season, the last time they stepped on the football field, they faced defeat. So they come out here, and now you just lie flat. I mean, I blame everybody who's responsible for like the outside coverage in terms of stopping the run from bouncing outside, because they just don't care. They're like, it's like on a video game on Madden when you run the ball inside a couple times, and so everybody just automatically just draws in, and you do a play action fake, and you see the defense literally move to the inside. That's what they're doing out there. Everybody just guessing one direction, and that's it. I mean, this is embarrassing for Pittsburgh. Very embarrassing out there. Very embarrassing. But I'm going to try to go ahead and catch up on some of the comments here since we're at the commercial. Again, the Vikings lead this one at the 2-minute warning, 23-0. Pittsburgh has the football, and let's see what they do with it when we come back here as they face 2nd and 10 for the Pittsburgh 49-yard line. And so let's see, 80 says 167 yards in the first half. Yeah, and that's just rushing, 80. That's just rushing. They also have 124 yards passing as well. They are having their way. I mean, I don't know. Hey, Minnesota, they took off the belts for this one, man. Like they are laying it on the Pittsburgh Steelers out there. And so let's see, Michael says no. And so, Michael says it's a wrap. He says it's a wrap. Braden says Mike Tomlin is mad right now, as he should be. He should be. Like, he literally should fire the defense coordinator at the half. Like, that's how mad he should be. Someone's got to answer for this. 80 says, yes, they can come back. JB is calling no T. I am not calling no T in this one. If it happens, I'll admit, but I just don't see it. And so, Thomas, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going? You say if Ben gets hurt this game, this will be his last game. You know what? If Ben did get hurt, I can see him like just shutting it down, like, you know, like that's it. That's it. It's a wrap. I'm done unless somehow they got into the playoffs, but absolutely. Braden says, I have no faith in the tree. And so there you go. Michael says that Cook is cooking. Okay, I'm almost caught up here in the comments again. We've got coming back from the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get something positive here in the first half, but we just got 2 minutes left. So here we go, Big Ben in the shotgun. I want to see Big Ben take a deep shot, man. You got to take a deep shot, man. He takes a snap, and he hands it to the back. Najee Harris, he's taking a carry there, and he picks up about maybe a good 4 yards, but there's a penalty. There's a penalty looking to move them back. I feel so bad for Pittsburgh here. Like, you just can't move forward. It's not about even getting points at this point. You're not even moving forward at this point. I mean, I don't know who I'd be more mad at right now if I'm Mike Tomlin. Am I more mad at the offense? Am I more mad at the defense right now? I don't even know which unit I'm more mad at right now. Am I mad at the special teams? They missed the field goal. I don't know if anybody's trying. I would literally have one of those heart-to-hearts that you see in the movie where I tell the team, if you don't want to be here, go home. I would tell them, go home if you don't want to be here, because that's exactly how Pittsburgh's looking out there so far in this first half, like a team that just doesn't care. They don't care. You just got 1 minute and 52 seconds left. You only got one timeout. You're basically at half at the midfield, and they're just trying to just run the football because Big Ben's like, I don't want to take another hit. I just don't want to take another hit right now. I don't care. I don't want to take another hit. So you got to care. Let's see. Big Ben takes it. He's throwing it in that time. Claypool with the 6-yard reception there. So now we've got about, 2nd and 11 coming up here. And so you got to take a deep shot, buddies. You got to at least try to get something deep. At least try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least give yourself an opportunity. Let's see. Hashtag says that Najee Harris had a good offensive line. He would already have 1,000 yards. That is a fact. That is a fact. I truly believe that. Truly believe that. All right, but here we go. Let's see. 3rd and 11 here. Shotgun formation. Let's see if the Steelers can finally get a first down here and try to get into some type of field goal range. Big Ben takes it. He's hit again. He is hit again. We're not just talking about sacks here. Nobody's getting beat because you're not even touching the guy on the play. These guys are full. They're sprinting. They are sprinting. I know what that's like because I used to love that in high school when you come in unblocked. People are coming in unblocked. What in the world is the offensive line doing? The offensive line said, we don't care either. They said, we don't care either. And so nobody cares. Nobody cares. Say something to them. Say something to them, Big Ben. This is your legacy. You don't want to go out like this. If Big Ben take too many of this, I mean, he won't be able to finish the season. I mean, this is terrible. It's one thing to get sacked, but to get hit like that, I'm mad for Big Ben, guys. Like that is terrible, guys. That is terrible. That is terrible. Say something to them. I mean, yell at every single person in a uniform because in my mind, they all quit on you, Big Ben. They all quit on you. Say something. This is wow. This is wow. Punts on the way. Let's see if the Vikings are going to return this one. We got about 1 minute 35 left to work with. Fair catch there. So the Vikings will take over First and 10 from their own 12-yard line with 1:35 left to work with here. They're up 23-0. Let's see if they opt to just run the ball, go to the half, or if they'll try to go ahead and, get some quick passes going and see what they can get. Let's see. Old man agrees with Azashak. Let's see. Old man says, let the Mike Tomlin to USC begin again. Right? I mean, absolutely. But USC, they've got their man. They've got their man in Lincoln Riley, so they've got their coach. Let's see. Old man says, I'll bet one of these reporters will ask Mike Tomlin if he's going to USC if they lose the game. Let's see. Cousins throws it quick to Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson gets back to the line of scrimmage there. So no gain on the play, and the clock continues to run. 1:25 left to go. Clock still ticking. Vikings with 2 timeouts here. They're going to want to try to get a big play here. If not, then probably just go ahead and try to run the ball out, run the clock out. But we've got 1:10 seconds left to work with here in the first half. Cousins in the shotgun. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Steelers in 4. Cousins throws it behind the receiver, way behind the receiver, incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock with 57 seconds remaining here. And so Big Ben, I said Big Ben wasn't having fun. This is more than not having fun, guys. Like this is a man who's just lost right now. He's on an island and he has no idea where he's at right now. No idea. And let's see. Hunter says he's here. What's good with you, Hunter? How's it going, buddy? How's it going? I hope you had a great day, man. How's your week been so far, man? Let me know, but I hope that you're doing all right, and I'm glad that you're here to join us. Let's see. Cousins take the snap out the shotgun, hands it to Dalvin Cook, and look at Dalvin Cook falling a yard shy of getting the first down there. But, hey, Cook, he out there cooking. Picked up 9 yards on the play. And Pittsburgh burns their final timeout. I mean, I don't know what for. I mean, the offense doesn't look like they care. So, I don't know what for. But I guess you got to at least look like you're doing your job. Let's see. 80 says, holding, come on. So 80 thinks it should have been a holding there. And so, absolutely. Let's see. Michael says, Pittsburgh Steelers are going backwards. Absolutely. They picked the wrong time to get cold. If you remember last year around this time, this was right around the time where Pittsburgh went ice cold last year. They started off like 11-0, and then they went on to lose every game except for the game against Indianapolis later in that season. But every other game, they ended up losing the rest of it. And right now, the way they're playing, they're looking exactly like that version of Pittsburgh from last year. That's how you know you have to reconstruct the roster. The roster's not built properly. It's built on sandy ground. It's not built on solid ground. This is about as shaky as a foundation you're going to get from a team. And so, they got to revamp it. They got to revamp it, retool something. But you can't have your team go out there and quit. It's one thing to get beat. It's another thing to just flat out quit on each other. And that's what's happening. Old man says, I know USC has their new coach. I'm just messing around. All right, so I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, buddy. Glad to hear it. Eddie says, I'm okay, thanks. And so there you go. All right, so here we go. Big Ben and the Steelers here. Let's see if they can try to get something to happen here. I want to see him take a deep shot, though. Big Ben takes a snap, throws it short there, and so Dante Johnson. And so Johnson picks up about a good 6 yards on the play. Second down coming up. Again, the Steelers enter this game 6-5-1. They would be the first team on the outside of the playoff picture looking inside on the AFC prior to this game. Big Ben takes a snap there. Up. We've got a penalty. Let's see, Eddie says. So I'm sorry, I keep reading that one. Braden says, it's Ben going to be on your list of quarterbacks after this game, JB? Big Ben is not going to be on my list because I can't put this on Big Ben. He's older in his career. And one thing I did learn from watching when Brady was with the Pats the last 2 years that he was with us, as they get older, they need more talent with them. That's why when he went to Tampa Bay, I was okay with that decision because I promise you if he stayed in New England, people was going to be saying it's time that he needs to retire. He's lost it, blah, blah, blah. We didn't have the weapons for him, quite frankly. We still don't have an offense to where Brady would be able to do what he's doing in Tampa because Tampa has the weapons that he needs to continue to play at a high level. Big Ben is the same thing. Except Big Ben ain't got no offensive line. He ain't got no offensive line. His receivers, they're childish at best. I can't put this all on Big Ben. I can't do that to him. But I know he's not happy though. And he says, "A sack, JB. This is ugly. It is real ugly. It is real ugly. I almost feel like I gotta apologize that we gotta sit through this." Absolutely, guys. And so, but yeah, we are getting ready for the halftime show coming up here soon, where we will be talking about some of the games coming up next week. But we still got 9 seconds here before the half. Vikings lead this one 23-0 so far in this one. And so, just the way that Big Ben looks to the sideline, he looks like someone that's like on a serious level, just really upset and tired of all of this. Like, what do you want me to do? I wouldn't be surprised if they just call it draw play, honestly. All right, but here they're going to go. And let's see how far Big Ben decides to throw this one. It's a quick pass there. And let's see. Receiver's going to take it all the way to about the 49-yard line. Look at that push there. It's not going to matter, though, because it's halftime there. So, therefore, at the half, the Vikings lead this one 23-0 over what's left of the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I would love to hear that conversation that's being had in that locker room, see if anybody cares and all like that. If I'm Big Ben, I'm flipping chairs, I'm flipping benches, I'm flipping linemen, everything. I mean, we might incorporate the Buffalo Bills throwing people on the table policy before the game and all like that. Like, something's going down in the locker room out there for real to try to light a fire. This is embarrassing. As the old man says to Najee Harris about to pull a Le'Veon Bell and AB. I mean, give him some time. Give him some time. 80 says Ben is mad, as he should be. He should be. For his last season to go out like this, no. That's the old man says that Mike Tomlin need to make those O-line run until they puke and then make them clean it up. No excuse for them not blocking for Big Ben. It's exactly like the blocking is terrible. It is so bad in this game. Like, so bad, because the type of hits that we're seeing, those aren't hits from guys that's just coming off of blocks. Those are hits from guys that just came through a block. You literally see a guy run between the center and the guard, go untouched there. Like, you just don't care about your franchise quarterback. Like, if I'm Big Ben, I'm getting on the phone right now, and I'm calling some of the former Steelers on that offensive line and trying to bring them back for retirement. I'm like, I don't care if you've been retired 10 plus years. If I played with you, I need you back out there because I can't do it without you. At this point, this is I feel real bad for Big Ben, because these are the type of hits that's going to linger for this man, moving forward beyond this season. This is something he's got to just live with these type of hits, and they're adding up. They're taking a toll on him. 80 says at least the JB Nation halftime show is coming up. I know, right? Something to look forward to. Gee, like, guys, this is bad. So Bram says, wow, what's going on? A blowout game. And so Pittsburgh should be banned from playing a primetime matchup for the rest of the season if they have any more lined up. Like, they should incorporate that. Just ban them. Say, no, if you're not going to try, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so I skipped that one. Let me see. The old man says, I'm getting pissed off. I played O-line. There's no excuse for how they're not blocking. Yeah, they're really just not block. Like, it's really bad, really, really bad. Like, I don't even see that happen at the college level. Like, this is really bad. Like, you have to go back to maybe high school if you're on a really bad team, I'm guessing. And even then, I mean, try something different. If you got to line up in the goal line formation, go Belichick 2.0 out there and just ground and pound up the middle. Like, I don't care at this point, but you can't keep sacrificing Big Ben. That's not going to fly. You just can't keep sacrificing him. At this point, it's about this team getting their pride back. If they can come back, that's great. But they got to get their pride back in this one. They've lost it. They left it on the field. They literally left it all on the field last week against Baltimore. They left nothing left for this game right here. This is embarrassing. Let's see, 80 says, I wonder where that UFC rumor came from. And so the USC rumor. And so, I mean, hey, they wanted them, I guess. Let's see what I said. Just got an x-ray done on my heels and my growth plate is messed up. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Really sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that, man. Absolutely, man. Definitely, man. Sorry to hear that, man. That's, oh, man. Like, I'm real sorry to hear that. And so, absolutely, man. And let's see. Old man says, I wouldn't be mad at Big Ben if he did pull Avante Davis because this is crazy. My head coach would be screaming, call us every name in the book. Absolutely. I think my head coach would have just went ahead and benched all the starters, put in the backups at this point, and give them some playing time. Something. Give them some time to reflect on their action. But it's like I said earlier. I mean, this would seem like a movie moment, but I really legitimately would be looking at them like, who really wants to be here right now? Like, do you guys not realize we're still in the mix of a run at the playoff? If we can pull it together here and you guys choose to fall apart now? Nah. And so, I mean, there you go, Steelers. And so there you go. Appreciate you for joining us. And man, I mean, them Steelers, I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. They've seen a ghost right now. They have seen a ghost right now. 80 says, yeah, don't want to be on JB's list. Look what happened to Baker Mayfield. Right now, Baker's the only quarterback I can think of that qualifies for that list. You know, I mean, it would have been Sam Darnold as well if he was still quarterbacking, but he's not the starter no more, so that got him off the list right now. But, yeah, absolutely. Michael says, I hope this game won't be a shutout. I just hope the Steelers score. I just hope they score seriously. I hope they score. I hope they figure out whatever it is that's going on out there. I hope they don't give up another 23 points in the next half. I hope they decide to care, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is where you have a call to the altar right now. You just call the whole team up there because something's going on. Maybe somebody did something, brought some bad luck. I don't know. I mean, heck, if Claypool wants music at this point, play some music, something. I don't know. Just try anything out there. And so, absolutely, man. But this is, man, this is crazy, guys, crazy. Jay in the Bay, what's good with you? What's good with you, man? How's it going? And you say Vikings kicking butt. And so, absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure since your Niners are so close to the 49ers, to the Vikings record-wise, that you were rooting for the Steelers to try to get their act together. But, I mean, tell us, Jay, is there any way that the Pittsburgh Steelers can get back in this? What would you tell the team if you was the coach, man? Let me know. What would you tell the team if you were Mike Tomlin right now? What would you say? And so, absolutely, man. But this is tough, man. This is tough. And also, who does the 49ers play this week? I forget who the 49ers play this week and all like that. But who do they play this week? Yes, the old man says that he hasn't seen a team give up this bad since the Jets did when Adam Gase was their head coach. I'm not going to lie, 80s. If Adam Gase the head coach and all like that, I probably at some point in the season would have been like, all right, I'm just going to put it on the shelf there. I'm going to pull a Gilmore or something like that, just be injured or something. And let's see, 80 says, same old. Absolutely. Let's see, Jay says, the game ain't over and we got 30 minutes to turn this around, one possession at a time. There you go. I mean, you're right. It's not over one possession at a time. If they can go out there in the second half, get a touchdown, hey, then that would be good. I think does Pittsburgh get the ball first at the half? I think they get the ball first at the half. So they have an opportunity. It's just an opportunity is only what you make it. It's only what you make it. But with Dalvin Cook out there cooking, 14 carries, 153 yards, averaging 10.9 yards a carry, basically 11 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns in this one. And then you've got Alexander Madison. He's got 20 yards extra as well on 3 carries. I mean, that tells me my defense, I got to spark my defense. My defense doesn't care. They're not trying. And, it's what I'm seeing on, when I watch the plays. They're all going inside because they're like, oh, we all got to just go inside. It's going to be a run game, as if the running back can't bounce it outside. This isn't the Oklahoma drill. You don't just go full speed inside. No, he can bounce it to the outside too. And the defense just, they lost me with that. They only have Justin Jefferson really in terms of their big play receiver because Adam Thielen's not out there, and you giving this man so much space out there, so much space out there. He could be driving that Toyota truck right there, and he wouldn't be touched. I mean, they're giving him so much room out there. The only reason why he does not have 100 yards receiving right now has nothing to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers, everything to do with Kirk Cousins so far in this one. Kirk Cousins, I mean, the Vikings are winning, so I'm not going hard on him right now. But, I mean, he's 10 of 19, 124 yards, a touchdown. The stat says he's doing good, but he missed on some plays as well. But this right here, I'm directing my energy towards Pittsburgh right now because they're not even trying. I can't think of anything good that they did in the first half at all. They failed on every single opportunity that they had. Anything that went good for Pittsburgh, it wasn't something that they did. It was just something that Minnesota didn't do. That's it. But Jay says one possession at a time. Let's see. Jay says, we got the Bengals in Ohio. Ooh, so that means you're going against Michael's team. Okay. Interesting. And so, interesting. And so Michael says, I predicted 5 touchdowns in this game, not 10. I mean, if there are 10 touchdowns here, then they're all going to come from Minnesota, it seems like, for the most part. But, yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, we're still at the half right now. Vikings up 23-0. Do you guys feel that even if it's not Big Ben's fault, maybe they should look to Mason Rudolph to go in there in the second half or something like that to try to provide a spark? Do you guys think that, or what are you guys thinking about that? Absolutely. But, man, I mean, it's I am mad for Big Ben. Like they're really just putting him out there for him to get hit. I mean, I feel like he's the tackling dummy out there today. Absolutely. But let's see, guys. Some of the other games that we have to look forward to later this week. I'm going to go ahead and say the games, and you guys let me know who you guys got winning and your final score projections here. Because, I mean, we've got a lot of important games coming up this week. That is for sure. Each and every week from here on out is going to be extremely important. But, man, I'll go ahead and start with, let's see, on Sunday we've got the Atlanta Falcons going down on the road at the Carolina Panthers. Who do you guys like in that matchup there? I know that we've discussed this a little while ago, but now that we've got some time there, who do you guys like in that one? I like Atlanta to win that game over Carolina, probably something like 23-20 or something like that. But I like the Falcons to go on the road and beat Carolina. I just don't know what to expect from Cam Newton with Carolina. And without Christian McCaffrey, if I had to pick a side, I got to go with Atlanta. No Christian McCaffrey, no me. Let's see, Eddie says Atlanta. And so, okay, so Eddie's, he knows what it is. Smart man. And so old man says if the Vikings score one more TD, Steelers should put in Dwayne Haskins, save Big Ben. So you think they should leapfrog Mason Rudolph and put in Dwayne Haskins? I mean, I love Dwayne Haskins, from Ohio State. I love him at Ohio State. I hate how Washington did him and stuff, then the whole reputation and stuff. But I would love to see him get in. Try something. Because we've seen Mason Rudolph come in a bunch of times, and, yeah, this isn't Detroit, and so a tie won't do. So, I mean, why not? Let's see, Mike says, Mike, what's good with you? Mike, you're back. Mike, what's good with you, man? I was worried about you, man. How you holding up, man? I hope things aren't too tough down there, man. Let me know what the Bills faithful out there is saying. I know they're saying a lot of stuff right now, but if you can let me know some of the stuff they're saying, man, let me know. But you say just stopping by to say what's up to JB, the king of the call. I appreciate that. And so absolutely. And so let's see. Mike says Atlanta big. All right, so he got Atlanta winning big. And so okay. Let's see. Old man says the Panthers. You got more faith in Cam than Matt Ryan. I got more faith in the Falcons than the Panthers right now. I mean, there's some games they really let me down this year in terms of thinking they were going to go out there and perform, and they let us down. No Christian McCaffrey. It's hard to pick him. All right, but here we go. I mean, hey, this was a quick halftime there. I mean, look at the first half stats. The Vikings 300 yards. Steelers 66. But you look at the time of possession, Steelers had the ball 13 minutes just about. Vikings had it 16 minutes. So the time of possession, not that different, but the yards extremely different. I mean, one team's cooking, the other team's just looking. That's the theme right now. You've got one team in the Vikings cooking, the Steelers, they're just looking. And they're not looking that good right now. But meanwhile, we've got the return here. Let's see. McLeod still on his feet, goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Oh, there's a Vikings player down. Oh, man, I hope he's okay. I really hope he's okay. Because the way that he's laying right now, I really hope he's okay. There's also a penalty, so we'll see what the call is. But they're going to probably call holding. Yeah, so they call holding there, okay. So we're going to have the Steelers take over 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Of course, they're tending to the injured player right there for the Minnesota Vikings. Certainly hope that he'll be okay out there. Let's see, Mike says, I have never seen Haskins play, so all for it. And so, okay. Let's see, Mike says, and so got you the thumbs up. Really appreciate that, Mike, the MVP. Mike says, JB, we're coming to terms. We beat fair and we got beat fair and square. And so I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, the injured player, he's being assisted. He's walking very gingerly off the field there. So he's being assisted there. I think it's looking like just how it looks right there. I would not expect him to come back in this game, especially with the score being as it is as well. But I would not expect him to be back in this one. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you guys are looking forward to the next matchup. I know you guys got the Buccaneers coming up, so obviously you guys got to move on and look forward to that one. Let's see, Jay says total domination by the Vikings. They're really putting on a clinic out there. They really are. Mike says, I can't think of any quarterback that could function behind the Panthers O-line, not the older Newton. And so there you go. Out of the shotgun here, 3 receivers. 2 backs next to Big Ben. Big Ben takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Najee Harris. He's going towards the right side of the line there. He picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Second out coming up. Again, the first drive here of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming out of halftime, they're trailing 23-0. If only we could hear the words that were said at the half. That's the old man says Vikings about to put 600-plus yards on the Steelers. For the sake of the stream, I hope that's not the case. For the sake of the stream, I hope that's not the case. We don't want to get too one-sided here. Let's see. Big Ben in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, a tight end, and back in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes it, throws to the receiver there. Are you serious? Incomplete? Big Ben, come on, Big Ben now. That's on you. That's on you. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 7 coming up. Again, we're early third quarter here. 14 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Vikings lead this one 23-0 in Pittsburgh, facing the 3rd and 7. Big Ben's in the shotgun. He's going 5 wide. 10 seconds remaining. Receiver goes in motion. That's James Washington. Now they've got 4 receivers on the bottom of the screen there. Big Ben's looking to take the snap there. He takes the snap. Up, there's a penalty. There is a penalty there. And so Najee Harris probably picked up about 4 yards on the play on that reception. Let's see, Ashley says, I went to go get something to eat. What happened? Well, we're back from the half here. Pittsburgh has the football here. But yeah, apparently there's a penalty against the Vikings here. So hopefully that'll help Pittsburgh kickstart that offense there. They called offsides there. So there you go. That's going to be 5 yards tacked on there for the Pittsburgh offense. 3rd and 2 coming up here. 14 minutes in the third quarter remaining. And let's see if Pittsburgh can get the first down. The last thing they want to do is punt the ball to the Vikings, trailing 23-0. All right, so Big Ben's in the shotgun. 3 receivers, got a tight end in the back next to Big Ben in the shotgun. Vikings got a bunch of guys near the line there. Up there was movement, but Big Ben tried to call a timeout. False start on the offense. Wow. Wow, look at that. Pure frustration. And, I mean, Big Ben tried to call a timeout. I mean, this is bad, guys. This is real bad. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, tight end, 1 back. 5 seconds remaining here on the play clock. Vikings showing pressure. Vikings send. They don't need to send pressure. 4 is more than enough. And once again, Big Ben escorted to the ground there. I mean, my goodness, like this is why parents fear their child playing football, because of offensive lines like this. I mean, you look, the quarterback's just a sit and duck at this point. And I mean, the last time I seen a quarterback look like a sit and duck like this, I think I was watching Dante Culpepper his first year with the Dolphins, and he was still playing while recovering from his injury. And so, I mean, Big Ben can't move, and the offensive line can't block. That's a horrible combination. And so, I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say for him. I don't know what to say for him. They sent 4 guys, and that man went in almost untouched. Who are you blocking if you just got 4 guys to block and he goes in untouched? Meanwhile, the receiver on the return there. So, look at that return all the way to about the 34-yard line of Pittsburgh. So, Minnesota with a great return, great field position, already in Pittsburgh territory at the 34-yard line. And so, Pittsburgh said, Minnesota said, we may have gotten embarrassed last week, but this week, we're the team that's looking to embarrass them. Wow. Talk about a 180. See, Mike says the Panthers need to get Russell to come. And so, I mean, either him or Watson, if Watson's eligible. And so, but man. And so let's see. Old man says the Vikings score 1 more TD, they should put Kellen Mond in. And so, just to see what the young man got. Kellen Mond. I love me some Kellen Mond, but what I saw from him in the preseason, if he's ready, sure. But by the time we get to the 4th quarter, though, I mean, I feel we will get to see him in at some point if the Steelers just continue to just go out there and not care at this point. Let the young kid come in there for sure. Ashak says that BJ Finley is terrible. 80 says it may be over. 80s, you're our last line of hope. Again, right now, guys, we're currently, at the commercial right now. We are 3rd quarter, 12 minutes, 25 seconds left. Vikings lead this one 23-0. Vikings have the football 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 34. Pittsburgh, they punt the ball. Big Ben's getting abused out there, guys. He's getting abused out there. He's been sacked 5 times already in this one, and we're just super early 3rd quarter. I hate to see it for him. Someone take the man out. Just take him out. Just take him out. There's no need to continue to keep him in there. I just feel really bad for Big Ben at this point. Just take him out. Just take him out. Especially if the Vikings score a touchdown. Do him the decency of at least taking him out. Let's see. Mike says the score is probably what they had in mind when they signed Cousins. Big JB Nation. Yeah, I doubt. I don't know if that's what they had in mind for him. That's the old man says, I just don't get how you get paid so much money to block and you don't do your job. I mean, you go through practice. I mean, it all starts in practice. I mean, what was going on in practice? You know what? The problem is probably in practice. If the defense of the Steelers was looking like they're looking in the game, they wasn't giving Pittsburgh offensive line a decent look. So you come on game day and the other team's actually trying. And so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Something's clearly going on in that locker room right now, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I feel bad for Steelers fans. They don't deserve this. No one deserves this. Cousins takes the snap. He throws it, and it's caught by the tight end. Picks up a yard on the play. So, yeah, it picks up a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up here at the 33-yard line of Pittsburgh. Now, for the Vikings, I mean, Dalvin Cook in the first half, I mean, he lit it up. About 153 yards on the ground, he lit it up. Let's see if he continues cooking in the second half. Offense cooking, defense looking. That's what I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. They hand it to Cook, and look at Cook. He cooks up 8 yards there. Look at that. 3rd and 1. I'm just saddened that this did not happen earlier in the fantasy football. I really needed this man to come through for me this season in one of my leagues, and he did not until now, but it's too late for me. But, man, for anybody that has this man and the playoffs are getting started soon for fantasy football, hey, that's big time right there. Big time. Mike said Saturday doubleheader. And so, hold on. You say how many teams will be in the playoffs? I'll get back to that. Let's see. But right now, Cousins, he hands it to the back. And so this time, I think it's Madison with the carry. Madison picks up 5 yards on the right side of the line there. 1st and 10 at the 20. Now, this is where if I'm the Vikings, I go ahead and try a little play fake because it backs the defense off. And then after that, I would bounce it to the outside on the ground because Pittsburgh has been below garbage when it comes to that. If I could think of a word that's below garbage and that's appropriate to say, I'd say it. But, yeah, they've been below garbage when it comes to stopping the outside runs as well. They're struggling with the inside, but they're even worse on the outside. But multiple tight ends, 2 receivers. Jefferson goes in motion, 1 back in the backfield here. Throws a quick pass there. And, oh, man, Jefferson gets swallowed up in the backfield there. Loses 4 yards on the play. So loses 4 yards on the play. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's see. So Mike says, how many teams in the playoffs now? So, yeah, we've got 4. If you're talking about college football, there's 4 teams in the playoffs that are currently right now. Of course, it's just 4 teams in the slot. And, of course, I think we discussed it earlier, but, yeah, we've got Bama, Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, those 4 teams. Meanwhile, Cousins throws it in the direction of Cook, incomplete. So we got 3rd and 14 coming up. 3rd and 14 coming up. I know that this Saturday they've got the Navy-Army game coming up at 3 o'clock Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern time. I know that game's coming on, and I believe that should be the only like football-related game that's coming on. But the next stream that I have will be Sunday. That'll be my next stream for Sunday Night Football. It'll be Sunday. Meanwhile, Cousins takes a snap. He's looking. Cousins throws it. He's hit while he throws it. It's incomplete. He was going for Osborne on that one, incomplete. 4th down coming up there for Minnesota. So they're going to attempt the 42-yard field goal attempt coming up here. Let's see. Old man says Vikings might pull Cooks in the 4th just so he doesn't get hurt. That would be smart. That would be smart. That really would be smart. Go ahead and run Madison some. I think that would be smart. Mike says it said NFL Saturday games. That'd be great, JB. Yeah, I know Saturday games will be kicking in sometime soon. But the Saturday game, I mean, I think the NFL starts their Saturday games the next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it starts next week. I don't think it starts this week. And I'm looking now to double check to make sure I didn't overlook it, but I don't see any NFL games this Saturday. But yeah, it's going to be great though in the future though, like beyond this week, like next week and stuff. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great to have some football on Saturday because they're gonna handpick the games to show us, and that's gonna be awesome. Let's see, and so right now we're at the commercial, guys, and so yeah, my bad about that one. The Vikings got the field goal there. They're up 26-0 here. 3rd quarter, 9 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in this one, and so when we come back, Pittsburgh. They're going to be getting the football, and we'll see what they're going to do. We're going to see what they're going to do. But, man, I mean, nobody on that Pittsburgh uniform should be feeling good right now about what's going on. No one. And so Mike says, good to know. Okay, so, yeah, I answered that one. And so Eddie says, it's called the Army-Navy game. Army always first. And so, got you. Okay, I got you. And so Mike says Cook's great. And so, oh, yeah, he is great. He is great. He is great. I drafted him in one league where I had the 2nd pick of the draft. I had the 1st pick, actually. I took Dalvin Cook over Christian McCaffrey because I figured Christian McCaffrey, he gets hurt too much, and so I knew he was going to get hurt. And I figured even if Dalvin Cook gets hurt, I'll get more games out of him. But, I mean, it was a good decision, but it still didn't help me make the playoffs. But in that one. Mike says the Bills will get crushed versus Tampa. Yeah, I think Leonard Fournette's going to have a big game. Obviously, Brady is – I got Tampa in that one. Mike says, JB, lots of teams bottlenecked in the AFC. It's really close. It's really tight. It's really tight. And again, if you're just tuning in, guys, make sure you press the thumbs up button. If you're somebody that's not subscribed, go ahead and press that subscribe button as well, guys. Appreciate you guys for joining us here. We do these play-by-plays. Obviously, now we're going to start in the future having the NFL games coming on Saturdays as well in the future, moving forward. Obviously not this weekend, but in the future. So that'll be nice and fun to have as well. But yeah, you're definitely going to make sure you guys are subscribed so that way you guys get notifications when I set up streams to see which games I will be streaming. But yeah, the AFC is tight, especially the division winners, all neck and neck. And so Mike says, wild card spots up for grabs. Okay, I got you, Mike. Yeah, so there are 3 wild card spots in the AFC, 3 in the NFC. So a total of 7 spots. Your 4 division winners and then your 3 wild card spots. So my bad. I just caught what you were saying there, Mike. My bad about that. And so, yeah, so you'll get 7 from the AFC, 7 from the NFC. 7 on both. So when you put it that way, I mean, they just increased it from 6 to 7. So like last year. So yeah, 7 teams. All right, so the Vikings getting ready to kick things off here in the third quarter, 9 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here. Vikings lead this one 26-0. Total domination so far in this one in Pittsburgh. They're going to return the kick. Let's see where they line up at. And he doesn't even make it to the 20. He just brought that at the 15-yard line. Ray McLeod, he'd been better off not returning that one. I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, you just want to get some positive stuff going. I mean, I'm really surprised. I thought with Pittsburgh having beat Baltimore and then the Minnesota losing to Detroit, Minnesota losing to Adam Thielen, I would have thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers would have been more up for this one, would have been a team that came out more ready. But my goodness, I don't know what's going on there, but something's not right with Pittsburgh tonight. But here we go, 1st and 10, 3 receivers, got a tight end in the backfield. They're going to hand to Najee Harris. Najee Harris up the middle, picks up a tough 4 yards on the play there. I know Najee Harris, if he keeps being patient, at some point he can break a big one. He's just got to keep being patient. Let's see, Mike says the Bills lost, but I think they're better than the Titans. I agree. Ben takes a snap. He's going to hand it to the back there. And so look at Harris. He bounces outside. Finally, Harris with some room to run. A little bit of a spark there for Pittsburgh's offense there. He picks up 23 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 to Pittsburgh, 42-yard line. So that's the biggest play of the game for the Pittsburgh Steelers in that one. 23 yards on the right side of the offensive line for Pittsburgh. All right, so they're going to line up in the shotgun again. Again, 1st and 10 from the 42. They fake it. And so, Big Ben, what are you? He threw an interception. Wow. Big Ben, what are you doing? I mean, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. But, I mean, Big Ben, for the sake of the stream, if nothing else, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The Steelers, they've had some ugly losses this year. I mean, some really ugly losses. But this might end up taking the cake right here. I mean, you just threw a pick. You gave them the ball right back at the 30-yard line, basically, once again. So, oh, man, they're trying to get that. This is why the NFL needs to consider a mercy rule at some point. Like, this has to be talked about. This is bad. Let's see. Mike says Colts will make a heavy run to win the division. And you know what, Mike? You're right about that. I mean, once again, it came down to my projection before the season when I projected for the Colts and the Titans to both be about – I had about 10-7, both of those teams. And I had the Titans winning the division because they had the tiebreaker. And I figured I looked at the Colts schedule real good, and I was like, early on, they got some tough games that they're going to lose early on. But I said later in the season, though, they're going to make a run and all like that. And, man, was I spot on with that one. I did not know that Derrick Henry was going to go down. If Derrick Henry doesn't go down, then obviously Tennessee would have definitely exceeded my expectations for them. But I did think that Julio Jones was going to get injured. I didn't think he was going to be too much of a factor for Tennessee. And I think it's safe to say that's about right this year. So, yeah. And so, all right, let's see. Again, we're at the commercial right now thanks to the turnover. Big Ben gifted Minnesota with another gift when Minnesota did not need it. And so they're up 26-0, Minnesota is, and they've got the football coming back. When we come back from the commercial here, up 26-0, first and 10 from the Pittsburgh 30-yard line in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Let's see, 80 says, good run. Mike says Bills might sneak in with the last spot. I think the Bills will get in. I think they'll get in. There's a lot of teams that, I think they'll get in. Mike says the Pats best in the AFC. I appreciate that. And so Mike says that Belichick is the best. Mike's the MVP. He held up his end of the bargain. A certain 80s did not say his part yet, but appreciate that, Mike. He says Belichick's the best. Absolutely. But here we go, first and 10. Minnesota with the football here. Let's see. What are they going to do? Will they continue to run Dalvin Cook? This is probably the point where I would probably run Madison a lot more just because you don't want to hurt Cook. But Cook's in the backfield. They got a fullback as well. They toss it to him. He's going. He's running. Gets past the first guy. Second guy takes it, picks up 7 yards in the play to the Pittsburgh 23-yard line. So, wow. I mean, he's literally going out there and he is giving a lot of fantasy football owners a great performance. And so 80 says, oh no, INT. And so Mike says Belichick will find a way to beat the Ravens and the Chiefs. I feel confident with the Ravens. The Chiefs, it just depends, but it could go. I can see that being the case. Meanwhile, Dalvin Cook, look at him. He started inside, bounced outside, stiffed on one guy, got out of bounds there, avoid taking a hit, picked up 14 yards, and takes it all the way to the 9-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Dalvin Cook, look at him go. Out there giving 5-star dishes every time he gets the carry. This is just fun and amazing to watch. If he played like this all year long, Minnesota would be a lot better. And so let's see. Mike says, because Belichick is the greatest coach ever. Mike is the MVP, guys. He's the MVP. The MVP. Meanwhile, Cousins, he throws it across the middle. Oh, man, they're going to call a flag on that one. But Cousins did him no favor throwing the ball in the tight coverage like that. You really didn't have to do it. But it's going to be a penalty against the Pittsburgh Steelers anyways. Unnecessary roughness. And so 80 he says that Bill Belichick is the best beater. He meant to say beater. That's what he meant to be. That's what he meant to say. Not cheater, beater. That's what he meant to say. So let's see. 80 says that he agrees that Bill Belichick is the best coach of all time and above the likes of Andy Reid. So much appreciated, 80s. Much appreciated. All right, but here we go. We've got after the penalty now, first and goal for the Vikings at the 4. They're going to hand it to Cook. Cook just goes down, avoids the big hit there, loses about 2-3 yards in the play there. So now we've got third down coming up. Second down coming up. Again, we're here in the third quarter. Clock still running, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. In the third quarter, Vikings lead this one 26-0. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Cousins take the snap. He's hit while he throws it, incomplete in the direction of Justin Jefferson, but an incompletion there. So we got third down coming up, third and goal. Eddie says, but Bill Belichick's son is still a creature. And so, hey, I mean, he gets the work done. All right, but here we go, third and goal. Coming up here at the 7-yard line. Cousins takes the snap. He's looking. Steelers got pressure on him. He throws it. Again, another pass that was just off the mark there for Kirk Cousins. He better be lucky that Dalvin Cook came to play today, along with the defense. But yeah, that's an incompletion. So 4th down's coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings, and they're going to take the field goal attempt here, and let's see if they can connect on a 3-point attempt. Again, they lead this one 26-0 here, 25-yard field goal attempt right down the middle. This should be super easy to make. Kick is on the way. Kick is good. So the Vikings lead this one 29-0 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so it's been all Minnesota in this one. I mean, my goodness. Vikings, they scored 6 points in the first quarter. Vikings scored 17 points in the second quarter. They've already scored 6 points so far here in the third quarter. I mean, but the Pittsburgh Steelers, they just are not going out there and trying. They're just not trying. Let's see. Eddie says that Bill Belichick's son and Gardner Minshew have the same barber. Well, at least they don't have the one that Mark Davis has. At least they don't have that barber. That guy should be out of business. And so, yeah, but man, this has been very one-sided here. I mean, I expect both teams to just continue to just run the ball. Let's get this one over with, run the ball. But so far in this game, I mean, you've got Kirk Cousins, 11 of 24, 125 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, no interception. Big Ben, 8 of 13, 68 yards passing in this one. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, I'll take 3 yards in a victory over 68 yards in a loss any day, especially a loss like this. That's terrible, absolutely terrible. On the ground, Najee Harris, 10 carries, 48 yards for the Steelers. As a team, they've got 14 carries for 60 yards. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they've got 24 carries, 203 yards on the ground. Dalvin Cook has 18 carries for 179 yards, averaging 9.9 yards a carry, and he has a pair of touchdowns as well. Alexander Matterson's got 4 carries for 25 yards in this one as well. I expect in the fourth quarter for them to go ahead and utilize him as well. Absolutely, guys. All right, so we're at the commercial still right now. Again, it's 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Getting ready for the Vikings to kick things off to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we'll see if Pittsburgh can do anything with the football this time around. Let's see. Mike says, Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi, John Madden can't hold a clipboard of the GOAT Bill Belichick. Look at Mike. He's really coming out with this one. I love it. I love it. Straight facts on that one. Although I'm a big fan of Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, and John Madden. Great respect for those guys. Great respect. Throw Bill Walsh in there as well. All right, so here we go. There's no return on that one. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Okay, so Pats and Colts. Oh man, that's gonna be a game right there, guys. That's gonna be a game of a game right there, guys. That's gonna be a game. All right, but here we go in the shotgun again. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Big Ben in the shotgun. They still got Big Ben in there. Take the snap. Ben's looking. Oh, man, Big Ben. Incomplete pass. Just run the ball the rest of the way. Please, do yourself a favor. Run the ball or just spare Big Ben the pain. He's been sacked too much right now. He's got too much going on here. Well, yeah, that is the game to end. That's going to be one heck of a game right there. The game to end all games. Absolutely. Big Ben takes it, can barely hand it to the back right now, but Najee Harris turns that into an 8-yard pickup there. But my man Big Ben struggled with the handoff on that one. I mean, when you get hit that much, everything becomes a lot harder, especially when you're his age. That's crazy. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third. Vikings up 29-0. They're going to hand it to the back there. Najee Harris spins out of some tackles there and somehow is able to get the first down. It took a lot of effort there. He picked up 3 yards on the play. So good job by Najee Harris to find a way out of that one and to get it. Yeah, you got to start thinking about him. I mean, there's a lot that the Pittsburgh Steelers got to do right now. But let's see if Big Ben, if he'll take a deep shot or something. Big Ben with the high snap takes it. This time he has time. He throws it up there, gives his man a chance. They're going to call it a catch, though, but both guys have their hands on the football. They're going to call it a catch. All right, so nice pass right there. An even better catch by James Washington going up there and making a play. 80 says, if Bill Belichick is so great, how come no one has played him a movie yet? Dick Vermeil has 2 actors play him. Well, Dick Vermeil's not coaching right now. That's why. Bill Belichick is still focused on building that legacy even further. He's got no time for movies. Big Ben throws a quick pass there to Ray McCloud, and he picks up about 5 yards on the play there. 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, third quarter, 4 minutes and about 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. This honestly feels like it should be the fourth quarter, honestly. And what is Big Ben doing? What in the world? I mean, he got the completion, but that's crazy. And then you're going to get the penalty as well. But let's see. Ball went through his hand there, bounced off of Najee Harris' arm, right to Big Ben, who caught it and was able to throw it. Big Ben's been hit too much, man. Pull him. Pull him. Pull him. Pull him. Just pull him. 80 says Vermeil wasn't in the movie. Actors played him. Well, you know what, 80s? We're talking about the same Bill Belichick who won't even let Madden use his likeness on a video game. So if he won't use his likeness on a video game, he probably won't use his likeness on the movie either. Like at least not right now. So you know how Bill is. Let's see. Quick pass to James Washington. Washington caught it, but he's going to lose some yards on the play. And so look at that. There is a penalty on the play. You can't do that. I'm not going to criticize it too much, but you know you can't do that, man. Come on, man. You know you can't do that. But, it's getting closer to Christmas, so maybe he wants to give him the gift of a first down. Maybe. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. Big Ben takes the snap. He's going to hand it to the back there. So Najee Harris going to the outside there, and there's some space. And Najee Harris picks up about a good 10 yards on that one. Let's see where they spot it. It should be a first down, though. Eddie says that Bill Belichick's likeness is used by Freddy Krueger and Frankenstein. That hurts. Meanwhile, James Washington with the reception takes it all the way to about 3 yards away from the end zone there. So James Washington trying to get involved here with the offense there. So we've got 3rd and 2 coming up. They can still get the first down without getting in the end zone. This drive, 9 plays, 72 yards, 3 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. Still in the third quarter, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 coming up, Big Ben in a shotgun. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. Najee Harris next to him. Takes the snap. It was a little high. He's bootlegging. He throws it. Incomplete. Dante Johnson could have had a touchdown. Incomplete. Absolutely. But yeah, 80s, that was cruel right there, what you said. That is just cruel. All right, but here we go now, 3rd and 2. Let's see if Big Ben can get in the end zone here. He's going to line up in the shotgun, 3 receivers towards the top of the formation, 1 receiver towards the bottom. Take the snap out the shotgun. Big Ben's looking. He throws it, and it is caught by Najee Harris in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys. And, it's really just about time. It's really just about time. If you're Pittsburgh, it's about time. They got into the end zone. But Najee Harris gets the receiving touchdown. So if you started Najee Harris in fantasy football this week, he's got 13 carries for 70 yards, averaging 5.4 yards a carry. And he's also now got that receiving touchdown. So, that's going to help out the fantasy points right there. Kick is on the way, and the extra point is good. Extra point is good. It's about time. I feel the sense of relief. That's what I'm feeling for Pittsburgh. Like, there's no let's try to get back in it. No, it's like, this is relief. Let's see. Old man says, I heard the reason Bill Belichick won't let EA use this likeness and madness because EA is too cheap and I don't pay the players head coach enough money for $1 billion company. And so that's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see. Braden says, finally they score. So, yeah, it's a relief. It's a relief. 80 says, JB would have went for 2. JB would have done a lot of things differently in this game. Absolutely. Big Ben would have never came out the second half. Just to protect him. Half the team would have been sent home. A lot of things would have been different. But they got the touchdown there, so the score is 29-7. All right, so let's see what the Vikings do here. We're in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Vikings lead this one 29-7 over the Steelers. You know the Vikings are going to want to run the football here, try to melt some more clock here, and let's see what they do. All right, Kirk Cousins lined up under center here. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen, multiple tight ends, 1 back in the backfield. Play fake. Cousins looking. Cousins throws it, and it's picked off by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Kirk Cousins makes a mistake here. You put the ball in Kirk's hand too much, that'll happen. You guys deserve that. There's no business. You guys should have no business trying to pass the football right now. You guys should just be running it over 200 yards on the ground, and you want to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands. You've seen how inaccurate he's been all game long. You've seen that, and you trust him with the football. Come on now. Sometimes you deserve the stuff that happened to you. That's one time. Braden says pick. Hey, they get into the end zone, and Kirk Cousins keep passing, then sure. 80 says JB is saying comeback. JB is furious. Because I thought this game was over. So I want them to go ahead and just run the football here. But no, Vikings decided to give him a gift. Big Ben takes it, and he's going to hand it to Najee Harris straight up the middle. And so, that's a first down right there. Picked up a good 13 yards on the play for Najee Harris. First Pittsburgh Steelers at the 29-yard line of the Vikings. I bet you Kirk Cousins is that guy who plays Madden. He's up by about 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, and then he's like, I'm just going to go out there and keep throwing the ball, even though he can just run out the clock, and he ends up losing the game. And so Harris, he slipped, got back up, got brought down this time, picked up about a yard in the play. All right, so let's see. Where am I? All right, but we got 2nd and 9 coming up here out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, a tight end in the back. Big Ben takes a snap. He's bootlegging, pump fakes. He's looking, he throws. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play there. He was targeting Claypool on a play, incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, 52 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see. Old man says the Steelers O-line lucky JB is not their coach because they would be puking from running so many laps. They'd have done it at halftime too. I'd make them do it at halftime. They're not working during the first half anyways. Let's see. Old man says that's Kirk Cousins for you. You already know. But 3rd and 9 out of the shotgun again. 3 receivers, a tight end in the back. Big Ben's trying to call for the snap here. They just won't snap. Why the heck they won't snap it? Big Ben has been calling for the ball for the last 6 seconds, and they just refuse to snap it. Wow, they just... All right, so we got a 5-yard penalty that's going to back them up there. I mean, obviously there was multiple penalties on that one. But let's see what Big Ben can do here after the penalty. All right, so here we go. Let's see Big Ben out of the shotgun. Vikings sending pressure. He throws it up there, and it is caught. And so, once again, another completion where he threw a 50-50 pass up there, and it was caught by the right receiver. So, what? This time it's Claypool. Last time, James Robinson. This time, not Robinson, Washington. This time, Claypool. So now we're at about the 9-yard line for Pittsburgh at a 1st and 10. They scored a touchdown last time. You get a touchdown here. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I mean, they very much can still be in the game. They give it to Ray McLeod. He picks up about a yard on the play. So now we've got 2nd and goal coming up from the 8. Clock is still running, and that should take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. All right, but it's the end of the 3rd quarter here, and so the Vikings lead this one 27-7 in this one. But thanks to Kirk Cousins turning the ball over, Pittsburgh was gifted great field position, and right now they're facing 2nd and 8 from the goal line. 2nd and 8 from the goal line here, and we'll see if they can cap off what's been a 5-play, 34-yard drive there in the 4th quarter and score that a touchdown. Let's see. Braden says, what a catch. That was a nice catch. 80 says, nice catch after JB was hating on Claypool. Hating. I said the kid need to grow up. The kid's got some potential and all like that. But what good's potential if you can't regularly count on it? Braden says, it's the Vikings. Anything is possible. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact for sure. But we'll see how things play out here. I was thinking that, earlier, if Pittsburgh didn't score and all like that, then the 4th quarter, Dalvin Cook could have probably sat this one out. Now, Dalvin Cook's got to continue to keep running in this one. I mean, that's good news if you started him in your fantasy football league, but other than that, you probably want to see Madison get some carries. But again, we're still at the commercial here, and we've got 1 quarter left. And so now's the time where if anybody thinks the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to come back in this one and possibly win, now's the time to state your case. They're down 22 points currently right now. So it's going to take about 3 touchdowns and at least one of those to be a 2-point conversion, assuming you connect on all your other extra points and stuff. And then the defense would have to step up the rest of the way. The only person that's stopping the Vikings right now is themselves. They should not allow Kirk Cousins to have the football. They'll be making these key decisions this late in the game. All right, so Big Ben's in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Takes the snap. Big Ben's looking. Big Ben steps up. Big Ben throws it. Incomplete. Oh, I saw what he tried to do there. He tried to hit Dante Johnson there. It just wasn't meant to be. The ball went through his hands again in the end zone. He had Patrick Peterson against him. So now we've got, let's see, still at the 8-yard line, 3rd and 8 coming up here. You're going to go 5 wide here. Got a tight end, a running back, 3 receivers, but everybody's out wide. Big Ben's in the shotgun. Let's see if the offensive line can give some time. Big Ben takes the snap. He's looking. He throws it, and it is incomplete. But there's going to be a flag there. There's going to be a flag for defensive pass interference. You just can't do it, son. Can't do it. Defensive pass interference. Now they're going to be at the 1-yard line. And so now this is that Najee Harris type of territory right there from the 1-yard line. All right, so now we got a 1st and goal from the run. I'm fully expecting for Najee Harris to get the cover here, but let's see. Pittsburgh at the goal line here. If only they started off in the first half like they did in the second half here. Big Ben, goal line formation here. Up under center, takes a snap, hands it to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris gets in. It's not even a contest. So there you go, touchdown Pittsburgh Steelers. Get their 2nd touchdown of the game. This time they're running back Najee Harris gets in the end zone. There's still plenty of football left to go, guys. Plenty of football, plenty of time. And not to mention, the other quarterback name is Kirk Cousins. So that should give you some hope if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, they're going to go for the extra point here. Right now, the score is 29-13. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. All right, so the score is 29-14. Pittsburgh has scored back-to-back times against the Minnesota Vikings. They, in terms of the second half, they got more yards than them, 117 to like 28. In terms of the Steelers, more yards than the Vikings in the second half, complete different from the first half. And we'll see if Pittsburgh has woken up enough to where they can get back in this one. But there's plenty of time in the 4th quarter here. About 14 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the 4th. So, I mean, it's a lot of time to work with here. Of course, the defense must do their job. If Dalvin Cook continues to eat, then Pittsburgh will be in trouble. But if Kirk Cousins tries to do too much and he costs them again, Pittsburgh, who knows? Who knows? And so let's see. Braden says, if the Vikings blow this game, I will laugh so hard. And so it would be one of the saddest things I've witnessed if that's the case. But you're right. You're right. But again, the score is 29-14 Vikings over the Steelers. Steelers will kick things off here with plenty of time to go in the fourth quarter, so we'll see what the Minnesota Vikings do. Fresh off the last time they had a football, Kirk Cousins threw another bad pass this time. Defense made him pay. Again, we're still at the commercial right now. Let's see, 80 says, wait a minute, is Kirk Cousins on JB's list? You know, if he keeps playing like he is, he's a potential candidate. Right now, I'm doing my scouting report and stuff like that on him. But I mean, because you know, he very well could be, but I still Baker's in a league of his own in terms of just being so below standard and stuff like that. I feel like he's in a class of his own right now, but Kirk's not on the list yet. Not on the list yet. Meanwhile, that kickoff went. There's going to be a touchback. So we're going to have 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line here for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see what they can do. Cousins up under center here. Let's see. Got a tight end, 2 receivers, 1 back. They toss it to the back there. Dalvin Cook picks up about a good 5 yards on the play. That's what they should have been there. They should have never got away from that. That's what happens when you stray away from what's working, especially from the ground game when the ground game is working. You got to keep utilizing it, man. You go out there, pass the ball, put the ball in harm's way. That was unnecessary. And now you want to crawl back to the ground game, and now you gave Pittsburgh some momentum. One back in the backfield here, Cousins up under center. Osborne goes in motion. They're going to hand it to Cook, and Cook, this time he's taking down the backfield towards the right side of the offensive line there. He's going to lose 2 yards in the play. So now you got 3rd and 7 coming up. 14 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, so here we go in the shotgun here. Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back out of the shotgun. Kirk Cousins takes a snap. He feels the pressure. He throws it. Incomplete. He felt Fitzpatrick around him. Incomplete. And so Braden says that was a risky throw. And so, oh, yeah, it definitely was a risky throw. No doubt about that. All right, punts on the way up. Are we going to get a running into the punter or something like that? Ray McLeod catches it. He's looking to run. He's at the 30, about the 31-yard line. All right, so let's see if Pittsburgh can score a 3rd time in a row. Let's see. The last 2 drives, they were basically gifted good field position, but let's see if they can keep it going. Now that they've woken up here, can they go ahead and pull this comeback off? But yeah, that was definitely a risky throw that he threw. And again, we're at the commercial here. Pittsburgh now with the football after the punt there. And so, yeah, Vikings lead this one 29-14, but Pittsburgh, they've scored the last 14 points, and they got the football with about 13 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And so, yeah, I mean, we finally got something to look forward to, guys. That is finally a game. I mean, it took forever to get to this point, but we're finally here, guys. But yeah, we're still at the commercial right now here in the fourth quarter. 13 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. Pittsburgh with the football here from their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. And so Big Ben, he's been taking a beating in this one. Not going to lie, he's been taking a beating in this one. He's been sacked 5 times so far in this one, but he is 15 of 24, 126 yards passing, a touchdown, an interception. Kirk Cousins, he's 11 of 26, 125 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but he has not been sacked at all. Matter of fact, so far, if you judge the two quarterbacks, Big Ben has had the better game between the two so far. And that's saying something considering the amount of hits that Big Ben took and all like that. But he's had the better game than Kirk Cousins. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, though, he had that ground game in the first half. But now, Najee Harris, he's waking up, 16 carries, 85 yards rushing. Let's see what he can do. All right, one back in the backfield there. They're going to hand it to Harris. And Harris, he's looking, picks up about a good 3 yards on the carry, 2-3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Important drive here for the Steelers. You want to keep that momentum going. You want to go ahead and utilize this and try to get another score. 13 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's see, out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Vikings send a little pressure there. Big Ben going deep. This time it's caught by Johnson. Look at that. He caught it, and there's a penalty. Going to be against the defense, but it doesn't matter because he got the 1st down. So what a play by Big Ben. And so I'm not sure if I read this one already, but I read it again. Old man says the Vikings lose this game. Kirk Cousins is the Baker of the NFC. All right, so here we go here. 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers after the big play by Johnson. Let's see what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do to follow that up. They've got 3 receivers, a tight end, a running back. Big Ben takes a snap. He's looking. He's going deep. And is caught by James Washington for the touchdown. A 30-yard touchdown. Wow, how about that? I mean, talk about waking up, guys, and wow. What a play. So now Big Ben is signaling he wants to go for 2 here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. Big Ben says we're going for 2. But wow, what a big-time play. And guys, that's why when something's working like the run game, you don't get away from it. You let the other team get in it like the Vikings did, and now the momentum has completely shifted to their opponent. Football is a game of momentum. And he says, JBTD, where you at? JB, and so, hey, they got the touchdown there. They got the touchdown. They did it. Braden said, let's go. So here we go, out of the shotgun. 2-point conversion. Najee Harris goes in motion. Big Ben's looking. He tries to throw a quick pass there. Nah, it's not happening. Nah, you guys you've been running it all game long, and it hasn't been working all game long. And you choose to go back to that for the 2-point play. Nah. As the old man says, the Vikings really about to let the Steelers come back this quick. I mean, hey, you let Detroit beat you, you let anything happen, So, I mean, they about to learn here. This is sad because you had 182 yards rushing from Dalvin Cook, and yet you got away from him to the point now where you don't mess around and let them back in the game now. You don't mess around and let them back in the game. Again, we're at the commercial here. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, they scored a touchdown, and they are back. They were unable to get the 2-point conversion, though. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. But, hey, there's still 12 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. And the way that they've looked lately, it may not matter if the Vikings, especially the Vikings, continue to let Kirk Cousins mess them up like that. 29-20 is the score right now, and the Steelers will be kicking things off to the Vikings here with 12 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. I was thinking to myself earlier, the Vikings are not doing a good job when they was up, like when the Steelers scored the first touchdown. I was like, Vikings got to get back to the ground game. They need to take some time off the clock is what they need to do. And they failed to do that. That's why the score is currently 29-20. They should be ashamed of themselves right now. And so Eddie says, JB messed up that 2-point conversion. That's all Big Ben right there. Braden says the Vikings gonna Viking. And so, it seems that way. It really seems that way. And so, again, there's still plenty of time, though. 12 minutes and 11 seconds, both teams with all 3 timeouts to go. And so there's still plenty of football to be played. All right, so we're getting ready to come back here from the commercial there. Again, the Vikings lead this one 29-20. Kicks on the way. All right, so there's no return there by the Vikings there. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 25-yard line. Let's see if they'll get back to the ground game here. They should have never got away from it. Should have never gotten away from it. And so fantasy football, what's good with you, buddy? How's it going, man? How's it going? Glad to have you here. And you say, hey, JB, I'm just wondering how the heck the Steelers scored 20 so quickly. Meanwhile, they hand the ball to Dalvin Cook. Look at Dalvin Cook. So explosive. He picked up about 8 yards on the carry there. 2nd and 2 coming up to be at the Vikings 33-yard line. But how did they come back in this one? Well, it all started with Kirk Cousins. They tried to pass the ball too much. They got away from the ground game. Kirk Cousins threw an interception, stuff like that. The last drive, though, Big Ben able to get a couple pass interference and deep passes and stuff. Steelers started winning those 50-50 passes. And so, they had short field twice because the Vikings making mistakes with the football, and you just can't do that. You just can't do that. And that's how they got back in it, honestly. But, yeah, wow. Meanwhile, Dalvin Cook gets the carry up the middle there, picks up the first down, picked up 5 yards. They should have never gotten away from this. This game, honestly, should have 3 minutes left in it because they should have been grounding the ball, running the ball, letting Dalvin Cook do his thing. But now they don't mess around and gave the Steelers hope in this one. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 11 minutes left to go in the 4th. Play fake. Kirk Cousins looking. Kirk Cousins going deep. And, oh, look at that. Osborne with the reception. Did he push off? Well, either way, he got the touchdown, baby. That's the touchdown for the Vikings there. So There you go, 35-20. 35-20. Let's see, Braden says, dang it, no. So, yeah, he did not want the Vikings to get that touchdown. 80 says, what now, JB? 80s, whose side do you think I'm on right now? Whose side do you think I'm on? When the Steelers score, you say what then? When the Vikings score, you say what now? I got to have a side, 80s. You got to give me someone. But just like that, the Vikings scored. But they're still not taking my advice, though. They're still not taking time off the clock, though. So it was a score, but it was a quick score. So Pittsburgh still has time, all 3 timeouts, 10 minutes and 51 seconds to work with. They still have time because the Vikings did not really eat up a lot of clock on that one. All right, so the score is 36-20 right now, and we'll see what the Pittsburgh Steelers can do. They've done a good job last couple of possessions of getting into the end zone. Let's see if they can continue that. Again, we're here in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, and the score is 36-20. Vikings about to kick things off. Kicks on the way. All right, so a touchback there. And so, yeah, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so here we go, 1st and 10. Here in the fourth quarter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're down 16 points. So that's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions that they'd have to convert to tie this up. Claypool goes in motion. Big Ben out the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it to Najee Harris. Harris looking for room there. Harris picks up about a good 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. All right, so let's see. You've got a tight end, 3 receivers, and a running back. Big Ben in the shotgun here. Vikings got 4 guys in the line. Big Ben takes a snap, hands it to Najee Harris. Harris runs it up the middle there. Still moving his feet there. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down there. So pick up a 5 yards. And 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 10 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, both teams with all 3 timeouts. And the Vikings up by 16, 36-20. Big Ben's communicating with Najee Harris here on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield. This could be a big 3rd down here. They're going to toss it to him, and Najee Harris is looking. And the Vikings defenders got him in the backfield, and that's going to be a stop there. Big-time stop for the Minnesota Vikings there. He lost 2 yards on the play. 4th and 3 coming up for the Pittsburgh 32-yard line. Unless the old man says, JB, Patriots still the only team to score 50-plus points this season. Hopefully the Steelers can keep the Vikings from beating that. And so I'm pretty sure we should be safe. I think we should be safe. All right, but they're going to go for it here. This is a big risk here if they don't get it, if they actually decide to go for it. Big Ben wanted the ball, and they delayed it. The center is – what is up? Where's the center head at right now? Like – this is where the quarterback grabs you by the face mask and tells you just like, what are you doing? So now the Steelers are going to have to punt the football. They're going to have to because the center, I don't know what he's doing. I just saw Dwayne Haskins on the sideline there. It doesn't even look like he's suited up, honestly. Let's see. 80 says, "What another run?" And so I know, right? Yeah, another one. But man, that was crazy. That was crazy right there. The fact that they could not get the ball snapped once again when you already had that issue early on, and yet you continuously do it again. That's huge. Now they got to punt the football here. So we're in the fourth quarter now, 8 minutes and 56 seconds. So now this is where the time starts to become more of an issue, especially if the Vikings decide to run the football. But they've been committed to their game plan. They're going to continue to pass the ball and stuff like that, sticking with the game plan. Old man says Big Ben needs to pull a Brady and flip out on the O-line. And so, I mean, he's got to do something. Old man says, if I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm cutting that center right after the game. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, so here we go. Kirk Cousins up under center here. He's going to take the snap and hit Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook right up the middle there, picks up about a good 3-4 yards on about 4 yards on the carry. Second out coming up. Clock continues to run. Again, both teams have all 3 timeouts to work with, plus later on a 2-minute warning. All right, so we've got 3 receivers here. Got the fullback going in motion, the back in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to Cook. And Cook is met, and I think he might have got a yard. That's about it here. So we got, let's see, 2nd and 6 coming up here. 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, the score is Vikings 36, Steelers 20. So now if you're Minnesota, you are definitely thinking about that clock. That's all they're thinking about right now is continue to get that clock. And you want to get another first down right now. You want to get another first down. Dalvin Cook has 24 rushes, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this one. All right, so they're going to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands here. We're going to have 5 wide here. Out of the shotgun, Kirk Cousins takes the snap. He's looking. Kirk Cousins feels the pressure. He's running. Look at him. He's going to scramble. He picks up a good 8 yards there. And they brought him down, but he picked up the first down. Big time run there by Kirk Cousins to get the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh 45-yard line. All right, so Cousins up under center here, 2 receivers. Let's see. Got a tight end, fullback in the back foot. They're going to hit to the back. Dalvin Cook makes the first guy miss, but he picks up about 2 yards on that play. 2nd and 8 coming up. Again, we're still in the fourth quarter here with about 6 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Vikings with the football facing the 2nd and 8. They're up by 16, 36-20. So the Vikings are doing their best to just hold on here, keep running the football here. But with 6 minutes left to go, it's starting to look more and more good for the Vikings here. But let's see what happens. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, a tight end in the back. Takes a snap. Hands it to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook towards the left side there. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry. 3rd down coming up. Clock continues to run. About 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4 coming up. Let's see if the Vikings can pick up a first down here. All right, so out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, a tight end, and the back. Dalvin Cook goes in motion. 3rd and 4. Let's see what happened. Cousins takes the snap. Cousins throws it. Cousins throws an interception. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You continue to pass the football. You see he's messing up big time, but yet you continue to stick with the game plan of passing the football. This is an embarrassment. Just run the ball. That's all you have to do. Run the ball. And you continue to do this. This is stupid out there. Stupid to put him in a position to do that. I mean, stupid. All right, so after Kirk Cousins' second interception of the game here, Pittsburgh has it in good field position again. This time at the 21-yard line, the shotgun. Big Ben takes a snap. He's looking. Big Ben throws it down low. And so Ray McLeod makes the first guy miss, picks up about 6 yards on the play. Second down coming up, 2nd and 4 at the Minnesota 15-yard line. This is a shame. I mean, as hard as Dalvin Cook ran, I can understand if your team only had like 50-something yards on the ground. I can understand that. You got 241 yards rushing today, and you decide to pass the ball. That's one of the dumbest play calls you'll ever see. Meanwhile, Big Ben takes a snap, throws it to a guy who's wide open there. That's going to be a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So touchdown, the tight end there with the touchdown reception for Pittsburgh. It's now 36-26 here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Somebody take that ball out of Kirk Cousins' hand. He does not deserve the football in his hand anymore tonight. Just an embarrassment for him. All right, so Big Ben's in the shotgun here. You've got 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Takes a snap, trying to get the 2-point conversion. Big Ben, pump fakes. Big Ben throws it, and it's good. It is caught by Johnson. There we go, an 8-point game. There we go. So look at that. Viking players, they cannot believe it. They cannot believe it. So 36-28 is the score in this one. Vikings up by 8, but Pittsburgh making one heck of a comeback. One heck of a comeback, and we're still in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go, and something tells me that Kirk Cousins may not be done giving gifts. We'll find out. All right, so kickoff is on the way. All right, no return on that one. So the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, and the score is Vikings 36, Steelers 28. We've got 4 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and so we will see if the Steelers can get a stop, but they've got all 3 timeouts here. So the Vikings, they have got to get it through their heads. Just run the ball. Like, really run the ball. This is ridiculous. I hate to see it. You got to run the ball. It's been working, and then you just got away from it, and now your back's against the wall now. They hand it to Cook. Cook met in the backfield. He's going to lose about a yard, maybe even 2 on the play. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. If I'm Minnesota, I'm using every second possible off that clock. Let's see, 80 says that his phone died. We're glad to have you back. 2nd and 11 coming up here. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Again, the Vikings lead this one 36-28. Cousins takes a snap. Cousins throws it, and it's completed, this time to his own teammate, but let's see, third down coming up. There's a penalty down there. There's a penalty. Penalties will do it. All right, so we've got a 10-yard penalty there, and so referees, they can certainly change the outcome of a game, and right now, Minnesota did not need that. They did not need that. Yeah, Mike Zimmer's just like, he's like, when is this going to be over? And so 80 says flags. You know how I feel about them flags, 80s. You know how I love how I hate those flags there. Dalvin Cook goes in motion, so they're going to go, let's see, 4 wide plus a tight end. Cousins takes a snap, throws it, and it's caught by Justin Jefferson there. He picks up 12 yards on the play there, 39 coming up. 39 coming up. This could be a big third down right here for either team. If the Vikings get this first down, Pittsburgh will have to start considering using some clock. Using some timeout to stop the clock and preserve the clock. There's about 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. But if Pittsburgh gets to stop, they'll have all 3 timeouts to work with plus a 2-minute warning. So big third down here. Jefferson goes in motion. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Cousins takes it. He's looking. He throws it to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook makes the catch there. He was hit on the play, but he got the first down, picked up 17 yards. And that's the one person that I trust that's wearing purple right now, Dalvin Cook. And so he came through with a big-time clutch first down for these Minnesota Vikings. So now I'm expecting Pittsburgh to have to burn some timeouts here. All right, Pittsburgh has used their timeout here. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Remember, we still have the timeout for the 2-minute warning as a timeout as well. But 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this one. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings here at the Minnesota 43-yard line. Pittsburgh used one timeout. They're going to have to probably use another one after this play. But here we go for the Vikings. One receiver, multiple tight ends, a fullback in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it to Dalvin Cook. This is actually Madison that time. And Madison, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. So we're going to have 2nd and 10 coming up here. And the Steelers called another timeout here. So they used their 2nd timeout. So they have one timeout plus the 2-minute warning in terms of ways the Steelers can stop the clock. Let's see. 80 says that JB is calling OT. It's a possibility, right? It's a strong possibility. One back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to him. And so he picks up about 2 yards to carry. That was Madison with the carry there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. And Pittsburgh burn their final timeout. So they've got no timeouts remaining with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. If the Vikings can get a first down, they can take it to the 2-minute warning, and then after that, continue to melt some clock. Dalvin Cook has done so much today. How much must one man do in order to get a victory for his team? He's done so much for them today. He's balled out. But will it be enough? All right, so here we go, 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Kirk Cousins. No backs in the backfield with him, so this is purely in the shotgun here. You've got 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Kirk Cousins making adjustments. He's got 5 seconds left on the play clock. Takes a snap. Steelers sending the pressure. Cousins throws it. Oh, it's incomplete. is in. Oh, there's a penalty. There's a penalty. There is a penalty. And so the referees step in here to save the day. Oh, they took away the penalty. They threw the penalty right there to give Viking fans hope, and then they took it away just like that. Wow. All right, so here we go. 4th and 8 coming up. They're about to punt the ball here, so Pittsburgh's going to get an opportunity to see what they can do. Punt's on the way. All right, so it's taking a bounce here. All right, so the Vikings get an excellent punt on that one. Pittsburgh will take over from their own 4-yard line. 80s wants me to pick up the punt there. That would not be a good idea right now. Would not be a good idea. All right, so here we go, guys. I mean, can the Steelers actually come back and do it, guys? Can they actually come back and do it? 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter, starting off from their own 4-yard line. Let's see what the veteran, Ben Roethlisberger, what he's got in store. My man's been sacked 5 times in this one, but he has not let it get to him here, and he's still out there trying to make something happen. He's already thrown 3 touchdowns in this one. He takes a snap out the shotgun, throws it quick, and it's caught by Najee Harris. Picks up 6 yards, gets out of bounds. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 4 out of the shotgun. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this one. Steelers down by 8, 28 to 36. Big Ben's looking. Big Ben uses all of his remaining arm strength to go up there, and it's going to be a penalty. But it looks like Claypool called it still. So, wow, that's 38 yards. Wow. What a play. What a play. So you had Claypool going deep against Breland again, and this time he just makes another spectacular play. Wow. Look at that. Pulling it out of his bag of tricks on that one. Fantastic concentration. Great job adjusting to the football there. And wow, what a catch. Wow. That is insane, guys. That is absolutely insane. The Steelers down by 8 needed a big play, and they got just that for 38 yards on that completion. 1st and 10 for the Steelers at their own 48-yard line. 8 seconds on the play clock. Big Ben in the shotgun. 3 receivers, a tight end, a running back. Big Ben takes a snap. He throws it, and it's Claypool again, and this time Claypool. He picks up about 10 yards there, and it's going to be – wait, there's a penalty. Slow it down there. There is a penalty. Let's see what the referees call. But, man, that was insane. Illegal blocking it back on the offense there. So the referees step in there. That's going to move him back some. That's going to move him back some. But, man, I mean, that was a big pass by Big Ben. And so Exotic Gamer 101, what's good with you? How's it going, man? How's it going? Thank you so much for coming through, buddy. But how's it going? Glad to have you here and stuff like that, man. But thank you so much for coming through and joining us here on the stream. All right, so that's going to back them up to their own 40 here. So there's going to be 1st and 18 from the Pittsburgh 40-yard line here after the penalty. But man, I mean, that pass to Claypool, though, Big Ben put all of his arm strength in that one, no lie. And so Exotic, he knows what it is. That Dan Claypool, I mean, he putting in some work here. And so Pittsburgh, they have scored 21 points already here in the fourth quarter. They scored all 28 points in the second half after going scoreless in the first half. But yet, here they are, down by a touchdown and 2 points. They've got no timeouts remaining here, and it's at the 2-minute warning just happened there. So therefore, we're going to see what they can do. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. Big Ben making adjustments here. Vikings showing pressure. And they send for Big Ben. He throws it short. Najee Harris spins away from the first guy. Brought down by the second guy. Grabbed his ankle there. Brought him down there. And so now we've got second down coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Second and about 18. A minute and 40 seconds going. The clock's still ticking, so Big Ben hurries up to the line here. Again, 3 receivers on the play. Out of the shotgun. Big Ben takes a snap. Vikings sending 4. Big Ben throws it across the middle there, and it is caught there by Claypool. Claypool coming up big here in the fourth quarter. Claypool picked up about a good 13 yards on that one. But now we got 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Again, everything's on the line because the Vikings get the football back and Pittsburgh doesn't score. It's over, so 3rd and 4. This is important. 4 receivers on the play. Take the snap. Big Ben's looking. Big Ben throws it short, and it's Ray McLeod. And he picks up about a good 2 yards on the play. 58 seconds. 55 seconds. 52 seconds in the fourth quarter left. Big Ben's calling the play here, trying to line everybody up here. 47 seconds. 4th and 1. They must get at least a yard here to extend this. They take the snap, fake it to Najee Harris. They throw it to Claypool again, and Claypool coming up clutch. Claypool coming up clutch. Chase clutch Claypool today. And look at that. Referee's trying to get things lined up here. 25 seconds. Let's see if they clock it. And they clock it with 24 seconds left on the clock here. Down by 8 points. They're going to need a touchdown and 2 points. Big Ben, 26-35, 286 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Just 24 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. And so Exotic says, but so good. All right, I feel you on that one. Let's see. Old man says the Steelers really about to make a comeback. And so let's see if they can come through with it. I am concerned about the time, though, but let's see. 24 seconds on the clock. Big Ben takes a snap. He throws it to the receiver there. The receiver just has to get out of bounds there. Ray McLeod tries to get the first down there, and he does. Picks up the 10 yards and gets out of bounds there. 16 seconds left to work with. Exotic says maybe. And so let's see. 80 says JB owes Claypool a handwritten apology. I wouldn't be the only one, 80s. I wouldn't be the only one. You say, oh, dang. And so, but man, what a game this has been, guys. Just 8 points separating us here at the 24-yard line with 16 seconds. Let me know in the chat, what do you guys think? Do the Steelers score a touchdown or do the Vikings get the stop? Let me know here in the live chat before it happens, guys. Meanwhile, Big Ben in the shotgun here, 16 seconds to work with. Takes a snap. Vikings send 5. Big Ben throws it in the end zone. And, I thought it was about to be picked off there, but it's incomplete there. They catch a break. Breland, he's been picked on here in the second half. Had a chance to get that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. But, yeah, I mean, it basically had 2 guys coming across there, both going for the football, and they sort of messed each other up from getting that interception there. And you say he's amazing. And so, all right, but here we go to the shotgun. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. 11 seconds here. 11 seconds. Big Ben takes a snap here. He's looking. He throws across the middle to Dante Johnson. And so Johnson, he goes and he's able to get out of bounds there, and he preserves 2 seconds on the clock. I was worried that they were going to get him in bounds, but somehow, some way, Johnson found a way to bounce it outside and get to the sideline. And to think it was Patrick Peterson that whiffed on the tackle there. You got to do better than that one. But what a play by the Steelers. So here we go. They add an extra second back up there. So you've got 3 seconds left. Steelers are down 36-28. It's all coming down to this. The Vikings last week, they saw the feet on the last play. Can the Steelers go ahead and try to tie them up here with a touchdown? Let's find out. Big Ben takes a snap, throws it across the middle. Oh, the tight end dropped it. He dropped it right through his hands. He dropped it. And all you can do is just think about what could have been. Came so close here. The Vikings survived the scare of a lifetime there, and it's going to be final. The Vikings win this one 36-28, and they're going to be moving to 6-7 in this one. Pittsburgh, that one has to hurt. It has to hurt. It has to hurt so much for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But man, what a finish to the game. What a second half. I got to commend Pittsburgh for coming back here in the second half and showing some heart in the second half. But man, it just fell short. Just fell short. Big Ben did his job. I mean, he threw that ball in there. He had faith, and it just ended up coming short, guys. And so that's the final score. Vikings 36, Pittsburgh 28. And so, but there you go, guys. I mean, this has been one heck of a game. You said 18 G's. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through the comments here before we go ahead and end the stream, guys. But, man, one heck of a game it has been. But, man, the Vikings came up victorious here. And remember, if you're new to the stream, also to subscribe to the channel so therefore you'll be notified of future streams and so forth. But, yeah, guys, it has been great, guys. It has been great. And so, I mean, yeah, Claypool made a play. He made one heck of a play. I'm not going to lie. He made one heck of a play. Let's see. 80 says, I know Big Ben is old, but the Steelers are moving so slow. Get a man a break. He had a rough game. I mean, he was sacked 5 times in this game, but yet he still continues to stand strong in that pocket. He threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns to just 1 interception for Big Ben. So he went out there and looked good. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins, 14-31, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And so they should have gave it to Claypool there and see what he can do. And so 80s was calling touchdown. But old man said Vikings stop. And so let's see. Exotic says, dang. And so he was fully invested in that one. He says, give it to Claypool for the last play. They should have. It was working. He got them there. He got him there. And so, oh, man, I know this is tough for you, man. I know this one was tough for you, man. It was tough for you, man. But, man, that's a heartbreaker right there. Eddie says, dang, what a great game. What a game. Great job calling it, JB. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys for sticking through. And, hey, in the second half, Pittsburgh came through. We was rewarded with a good finish to the game, guys. That we were. 80 says, thanks for doing the stream. Thank you for coming, buddy. Thank you for coming. Yeah, good night to you. Good night to you. And so Exotic says, good night. Yeah, good night to you, man. Take care, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys, man. And, hey, enjoy tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a Friday, guys. So, yeah, make the most of it. For sure. You said that was a good throw by Ben. It was, because Big Ben had to throw it early. So he had full confidence. He threw it in there. It was a big-time play, just didn't finish there. But, man, would have loved to see what happened once he got it, if they would have gotten the 2-point conversion. But, man, old man says this game is not Big Ben. It's the offensive line. They didn't do their job early on. You're right about that. They didn't do their job early in that one. Braden says, happy I found your channel. Awesome stream tonight. Appreciate you, Braden. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, man. You guys take care. Have a great night. Thank you guys for coming through. And, yeah, my next stream is going to actually be Sunday Night Football. So, yeah, Sunday Night Football will be the next stream. And so old man says another great stream. Appreciate you, old man. You take care, old man. You take care. And so, yeah, you guys take care. Looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Yeah, see you. Take care. And so you say, better luck next time. Have a good night. Yeah, good night to you. You guys take care. It's been fun. It's been real. And we'll see you guys next time.